we are on.
Oh yeah.
Now,
Yes.
let's all scream.
Please don't.
Ah! Of course.
So, for whatever reason each of your character has for being in Everkey, for now coming to the festival, you have arrived, finding yourselves all in the Beacon Square in the center of town. The square is filled by people of all sorts. There's not like any specific kind of people that come to this kind of festival. It's a time for everyone to gather and enjoy themselves, to celebrate the year that has passed. While none of you are gathering together, as none of you know each other yet, I still want each of you to just describe yourselves. You might pass each other, you might spot each other, but probably I don't have an initial reason to chat. So, Burdock, why don't you start?
Okay. Burdock is a figure who's about like 6 feet tall, wearing a set of plague doctor's clothes. You get this. Whenever you look at her, you kind of get like that almost like uncanny valley sort of sense, but it's like real mild. Like it's almost like her proportions are just a little bit off. She's got like a lot of like mostly like green robes and a big satchel with like plants of some sort just kind of spilling out of the seams. That's Burdock.
It's Burdock.
That's fair.
Alright. Gwendolyn?
Hey, that would be me. So, you have a quite short puppet, like, let's say. What? So, you have a. Sorry, I had to answer something. So, you have a quite short puppet, like 3.5 feet tall, more or less.
Mhm.
Like, it looks like it's stitched up from leftover clothes and fabric. It's like put together like haphazardly. I think that's the word. Like
Like scrap fabric?
Haphazardly.
yeah, that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like that. It's a puppet, so you know it looks like a doll person. They have what's it called? Red young, yeah, hair, mismatched bottom eyes. It's just a little doll person, and they are having fun in the festival.
Alright. Yarrow?
Which he is a young human male, about 7 and 2 feet tall, slender build. Clothes he's wearing looks mostly foreign. For him, it looks comfortable. For others, maybe not, or it looks a bit weird, cold, or stuff like that. He has long, whitish hair, and he's that's it.
Yeah. Siphon?
Yes. You see a tall person, 7 feet tall man covered in heavily plated armor, covered in very sharp spikes. This armor is very much the image of something bad. You wouldn't want to see this kind of armor, honestly. It looks intimidating. It looks like someone who's not up to like potentially bad stuff. He has horns, beige, like red, pink, gradating to beige at the base, and a tail with the same coloration, and he has white hair spilling out of his helmet.
Lovely.
There,
So,
that's Iphone.
as all of you go about this this place, you can find all manner of stalls that's selling all manner of items. If you look in where you find your tokens, you can now also find festival merchants in shops.
Oh hell yes! I am so
Oh.
broke though.
At any point, if
so
you
bad.
want to, you can buy an item from them. How this works is that you drag and drop it into your inventory and it'll automatically subtract the fund from your money.
Nice.
If you do not have the money to buy it, you won't be able to take it.
Money, what is that? We're too poor for
So
that.
you can feel free
Oh yeah,
to
I'm broke as hell, dude.
take a look
Yes, I
through.
do.
But as you all go about, you also find that several contests and competitions and games are being held around, which also come with rewards, either in the form of money, items, or both, depending on what placing you get. So, I'm going to show you the document that has all of them. I am going to just quickly go through each. What I want you guys to do, I want you to write down the ones you want to participate. Do not post them yet. Do not say you want to do that one. Just write it in the chat here on Foundry and have it ready.
Okay.
You can pick up to 3 competitions to be part of. The reason I'm wanting you to do this this way is so there are no mentions of, oh, I don't need to take that one, you can go for it. No, you guys are gonna you guys don't know each
Pushing
other
polite.
yet.
That's fair.
You would go for this contest if your character would go for this contest. So, first off, there is sandbag toss, which is where you throw a bag of sand trying to get it inside of these rings that get smaller and smaller towards the center. So it's not just about throwing it far, but also a bit accurately. You can use athletics to play this game. And the rewards for first, second, and third place. Next is knife tossing. You get 3 knives that you get to toss. Each circle on the target is worth a growing amount of point going from 1 to 5, or the bullseye, which is worth 10 points. After you've thrown all 3 daggers, your points are put together and that will be your score. Drinking contest. You will drink alcohol. It'll have an initial DC, but each additional drink will increase the DC by 1. When you reach stage 5, because this is going to be treated like an affliction, you will go unconscious and lose the game. Next is puzzle solving. You will get these like wooden boxes that had like pieces you can pull out that you try to solve. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the knife tossing. You can either use ranged weapon attacks or acrobatics. The drinking contest is pure fortitude saves. Puzzle solving, you can use crafting, thievery, or society, or an applicable lore. Catch the pig. A greased up pig is released into a mud pen. The contestants must catch it and place it inside a box to win. So this is moved in stages. The first stage is acrobatics, to be able to balance on the mud and not slip, and be able to approach the pig. Then you have to use either athletics or nature to capture the pig. If you fail this check, you will have to redo the acrobatics check. and the one that does it the fastest wins. And then the Jester's Trial is effectively a try not to laugh challenge. Where a jester
imagine-
will tell jokes, do skits, and do anything without touching you to make you laugh. The one that holds out the longest wins. You use either will saves or performance.
I imagine like they give you a glass full of water.
Oh yes, you will get a water glass to have in your mouth, so that if you laugh, basically you lose the moment you either spit it out or swallow it. So, everyone, go ahead and write down up to 3 games that you want to participate in. You do not have to participate in 3. You can participate in 1 or 2, or you can choose to abstain entirely, but you will just be sitting
boring.
around. Yes.
That's boring.
So,
Yeah.
everyone give me a heads up when you are ready.
I'm
I'm ready.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Luna?
I'm ready.
Okay. Post. Alright, let's see. Jim will be in Jester's Trial, drinking contest and puzzle solving. Fish, knife toss and puzzle. Luna, sandbag, drinking, Jester. Ragna, knife, puzzle, and Jester. Okay. We will be going down each game, basically. So, first off, sandbag toss. Only Luna went for that one. Only Siphon.
What a surprise!
Which makes sense. You're the strength character.
I'm big.
So, you do get 3 bags. So you do get 3 tosses. And you need a certain amount of point to beat out the other contestants that will be playing. So you watch a few people tossing, people around watching, cheering, laughing at the failures. And eventually it becomes your turn. You're definitely getting a lot of looks, just because of how you look. You are...
I'm so glad I'm not the weirdest, or like, I'm so glad we're all just so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, I was used to, when I did my solo one, I was getting a lot of weird looks.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we all get
buddy.
weird looks.
So, go
I'm not
ahead.
the only human.
Go ahead and roll athletics. I can say that all the checks for all of these will be public. None of them will be secret. Okay. You toss the first one. You find the right technique to heave up the bag of sand, which is certainly like pretty heavy. We're talking like 5 bulk, kind of heavy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But you manage to toss it, and you manage to land it inside of the smallest circle.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
There are some murmurs, some like light clapping. People are still like a little scared of you.
There's some
Something.
scary motherfuckers in this party, and then there's Gwendolyn,
Yes,
who's just like
this-
adorable.
Scary person shows up and it just absolutely flings this giant heavy bag perfectly. Yeah, that's not terrifying at all. What do you mean?
Go ahead and make your second toss. You had 3 points so far. Jesus. Yeah, you managed to land another 3-pointer. People are like a little more like starting to grow like pretty impressed. Like, oh wow, okay. Because you pretty consistently seen that not a lot of people have managed to land in the center more than once. So go ahead and make your third toss.
Yes.
So as you go to toss it, you feel it catch on one of your spikes as it just tears open, just pours sand all over you. You see a few people like kind of snicker, but like a lot of people trying to not make fun of you in like obviously in fear of your reaction to be made fun of. How do you react to this?
I sort of just look at the bag, murmur something to myself in Orcish, which will be totally a swear word. And I was sort of like, hold the now ripped open bag and just sort of gently put it to the side and like try to brush off the sand. Like,
Yeah.
as much as I can, considering it's probably all in my armor now.
Oh no!
Yeah, you're gonna have sand. You're like gonna find your bed has sand in it in next morning.
Yeah.
That sucks.
You have sand in places that's really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Uh,
But ultimately, as the last contestants go, none managed to score more than 5 points, and you scored 6,
yes.
meaning you get first place. You get
Yes.
the 10 gold reward and
Delicious.
a talisman known as the Predator's Claw. This is affixed to a weapon. It's triggered when you critically succeed at an attack roll with the affixed weapon. This claw sets in an iron clasp and chain. Is unusual that of a large predator. When you activate the claw, the triggering attack gains the weapon's critical specialization effect,
Ah, nice.
which I presume you're gonna put it on your scimitar when you have time, which would mean
Yes.
when you critically hit someone, you will cause them to be off guard because it's a
Yes.
sword. So
Yep.
put that in and 10 gold.
Damn.
Suddenly you have money.
It's a lot of money that I have not had in a while.
Zyphon is the richest out of us all,
Mhm.
even together.
Now, the next one is knife tossing. This is with Burdock and Gwendolyn. So I'll just ask you to, would you prefer for one person to do all their tosses or for you to do one at a time?
I think it will be fun to see all three on three from each.
Sure. That good with you, Burdock?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'd like you both to just roll me a d20 to see who will go first.
Okay, that's the wrong one. Not me.
Aw.
Damn!
I guess it is me.
Well,
It's you.
at least you're getting the natural 20s out of the way now.
Yeah, dude. I'm a little concerned for your doll.
The
Oh,
universe
boy.
is trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
Alright, so, Burdock, you go first. You are handed the 3 throwing knives. These are, like, very much not meant for, like, weapons for people. These are a lot smaller, a lot lighter. These are for games. They, of course, if
Yeah.
you throw them at someone, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But they're not
Don't
meant
do
for
that.
people. So, go ahead and give me the first toss, either using a ranged weapon attack or using acrobatics.
Okay.
Choice
I'll
is
just,
yours.
I think, hold on a second, I just need to, okay. So if I just do like the, yeah, I'll just do the ranged weapon attack. I'll just do it with my crossbow. Will that work?
Sure, yeah, it's the same bonus.
Oh, what are you yelling at me for? Hold on a second. Okay, it's a +4. Okay, that's what it was. So just roll a d20 +4.
Yeah, God, having these kind of bonuses again is so strange. We're
Not,
not
like 5 million when I didn't just like obliterate some fool from orbit.
plus 21 plus 18s. Yeah, go ahead and give us your first toss.
We are
Okay.
small.
We're weak now.
we're wimpy.
We're wimpy.
Alright, 14. It's not the best. You do hit the target. You do manage to hit the second ring.
Listen, I just care about hitting the damn thing. Okay.
Scoring you 2 points. Go ahead and do your second toss.
Oh, that's much better.
A good bit better. You managed to land it within the 4th ring. There are 5 rings, not including the bullseye. This scores you 4 points, leaving you at 6 points. Go ahead and give us your third throw. 17. this ends up within the third ring. So pretty consistent, but okay scoring overall, landing you at a total of 9 points. Gwendolyn, eventually it comes up to your turn. So go ahead and pick either ranged weapon attack or acrobatics. A ranged weapon attack would have been basically your level plus your dexterity.
Yeah, I don't have ranged weapons, so I will go with acrobatics.
Yeah, I'm saying that
Oh.
the bonus is your level
Oh, yeah.
plus trained, which is +2, plus your dexterity.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad.
It's irregardless of if you have a ranged weapon or not. So for you, I believe that would be a +7 to a ranged weapon attack.
Swashbucklers.
Damn.
Okay. I do imagine her having like a pack of kids running around her. So
Yeah.
that's just fun. In my mind. So let's go with first one.
Jesus!
Pretty good. You managed to get within the 5th circle, landing you 5 points right off the bat. Go ahead and give your.
Gwen's gonna kick Burdock's ass.
Go ahead and give your second toss.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, that's within the 5th ring again, so you're already at 10 points. You've already beaten out Burdock.
Yup.
Enough. Third one, aiming for the middle, for the bullseye.
Yeah, let's see. Ah, unfortunate. It's within the third circle, but that's still 13 points.
Wow.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
a few more people go.
Swashbucklers.
One person manages to score 10 points.
Oh.
So it ends up with Gwendolyn at first, this other person at second, and Burdock at third.
I still get money though.
Yeah, you still
Nice.
get 4 gold.
Yay.
Gwendolyn, you get 5 gold, as well as a necklace of knives. A second level magical item. This necklace strung with miniature stone throwing knives. As long as you wear it, you are never without a weapon, a crude surgical tool, or stake for a vampire. Effect: you pluck a miniature knife from the necklace and it grows into a normal stone, steel, or wooden dagger. For as long as you hold it, fading away 1 round after it leaves your hand. No matter how many knives you pull from the necklace, you never seem to deplete them. Wooden daggers from the necklace are as effective as ordinary steel daggers and can be useful to stake vampires.
Hell yeah. Nice.
So
Oh.
that is a fun item to have.
I
Also, the fucking knife kid gif was very accurate.
And of course,
What you got there?
if you choose to, you can of course sell it if you don't want it, but that is your purview for you to figure out.
For
We
my-
will.
For now,
Yeah.
I'm already wearing the necklace, just going
This is
around.
mine now, bitch.
We are
I
on
gotta
to
die.
the drinking contest. This
Yes.
will be with Yarrow,
Yep.
with Siphon, and yeah, it will be you two.
Yes.
So in this one, we will be having you both roll simultaneously because you're all basically put on this little stage at the center of the plaza with a row of table. With the two of you, there are a total of 5 contestants.
Oh god.
So they bring out the first mugs.
I would like to say Burdock is standing nearby, and she does have like just has a hand on her satchel in case someone starts convulsing with like
Sure.
alcohol poisoning. she's watching, but she's
Sure.
not participating.
All right. Well, Yarrow and Siphon, go ahead and give me your first fortitude saves.
Alright.
Ooh. Rough start, Siphon. Rough start.
Oh no!
So,
Natural fucking.
Is Burdock gonna be needed?
Yarrow, you managed to swallow down this drink. You certainly feel the burn in your throat, as this is pretty good stuff. Siphon, who knows what it was? Maybe you didn't eat well today and you're just drinking on an empty stomach. But this drink hits you hard. You're already feeling the effects, as you are now on the stage 2 of the affliction.
Lovely.
And how many stages were there again?
Once you reach stage 5, you're out, and there's no way to reduce the stages because you're actively drinking.
Oh, jeez.
So the next drink comes out. Go ahead and give me your saves. Okay, better this time. You both managed to take down the drink without much problem. You watch one of the other contestants just kind of face palms into the table. Already out. You hear like a group of like people just kind of like cheer. You could probably tell these are probably his friends who put him up to it.
Aww.
He probably had already a few drinks before getting here.
Most likely.
Yeah.
But
As long as he doesn't look like he's like actively dying, Burdock's just gonna let his friends
some other
take care of him.
people come in and pick him up and give him basically something to drink, which seems to pick him up a little bit. But he's out. So go ahead and give your second roll.
Oh, damn.
Okay. You're both feeling it. Siphon, you obviously more at this point as you get to stage 3. Yarrow, you are now on stage 1.
Fucking
So
natural
go
ones.
ahead and give me your next roll.
Oof.
Well, it's not a critical fail.
Yeah.
Siphon, you hold on. Yarrow, you feel it's starting to get to you a little bit as you reach stage 2. You watch another one kind of take the drink down. You like see him like try to hold something down and just kind of puts down the mug and just, oh, I'm out, as he steps off. As he gives in before he passes out.
Respect. I respect that man.
Enough.
So go ahead and
At least
give
he's
your
responsible.
go ahead and give your next roll.
Nice.
You both managed to hang on, still going at it. So go ahead and give your next roll.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Siphon, you're really feeling it now. You're like feeling that little dizziness that burn down your throat as you are on stage 4. One more failure and you'll be out. Yarrow, you're still on stage. I believe it was 2,
1.
right? Yeah, stage 2.
Right?
No, yeah,
Oh,
you got a failure on your 14.
Ah.
So and 9, so you're on stage 2.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give us your next roll. Okay. You're both holding on. The
God.
last guy that is not you steps off, getting his measly reward. Go ahead and give us your next roll.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You
Oh,
you both actually critically fail this. But Yarrow, this brings you to stage 4, while Siphon, you're brought to stage 5 because you can't go above the stages. But Yarrow, you see everything get like really swirling and like unsteady as you end up passing out. They of course have people at the ready to help you out and give you a little pick-me-up, which effectively reduces the stages by 2. And over the next hour or so, the stages will reduce on their own.
Oh.
But you will both receive your rewards. Siphon, you will get 5 gold
Yes.
and a purifying spoon, tablespoon.
Specifically a
Yeah,
tablespoon.
because there's also a ladle.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, so basically, once per day as a
Gotta
2
collect the
action,
set.
you can cast the spell Cleanse Cuisine, which can purify up to 8 gallons of food or drink.
That
That's
sounds
Oh,
good.
nice.
pretty nice.
Which basically, Cleanse Cuisine. You transform all food and beverage in the area into delicious fare, changing water into wine or another fine beverage, or enchanting the food's taste and ingredients to make it a gourmet treat. You can also choose to remove all toxins and contaminations from the food. This spell does not prevent future contamination, natural decay, or spoilage.
I can finally have fancy food.
Nor does it make the food any more nutritious. So you receive that.
Hell yeah.
Yarrow, you receive your 5 gold reward, as well as a flask of fellowship, which is one of these like drinking flasks that you can put alcohol in and have a stopper on it. But it has an effect when you make an impression. If you share drinks from the flask of fellowship as part of your make an impression action, the drink that pours from the flask happens to be exactly what the target of the efforts would most like to have: a dram or 2 of wine, spirits, hot ginger tea, or ice cold water with lemon, for example. You gain a +1 item bonus to your diplomacy check. And I can disavow its allowance in a moment if it's applicable, but that's very specific.
Yeah, okay. Oh, nice.
So basically, you can share a drink with someone, and it'll make it'll do so it's easier to make a positive perception on them.
Impression.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So, on to the puzzle solving, which both
Oh.
Yarrow and Bardock and Gwendolyn has signed up for.
Oh
So we
boy.
have 3 people now. So this one is basically just who can solve the 3 layers of the puzzle first. And it progressively gets harder. So you will all roll at the same time.
Okay.
Okay.
So
And it
you
was
can choose
crafting
to
or
use...
thievery?
Yeah, you can use crafting, thievery, or society. Whichever one you prefer.
Yeah.
Okay,
So go ahead
Okay.
and make your first rolls as you're sat down with this wooden box. Oh wow.
Oh, Jesus.
Damn.
I'm behind.
Burdock and Gwendolyn, you very quickly get through the first layer. Yarrow, you do get through it. Maybe not as quick, but you're managing to keep tempo. So go ahead and make your second checks.
Sure.
Fuck!
Ooh.
Damn.
No. Oh, Jesus.
Yarrow and Gwen, you get through the second layer. Burdock, you get caught up for a moment. You're maybe momentarily confused, caught up by some detail or something or
overthought it or
other that
something.
slows you down.
Yeah.
So Yarrow and
That's
Gwen,
great.
you are on your last layer. Burdock, you are still on the second layer. Go ahead and give me your next checks.
Oof.
Okay, Burdock, you're managing to catch up, getting through your second layer, while Yarrow and Gwendolyn are still caught up. So, in this case, if you succeed, it'll be based on who rolls the highest.
Oh, no.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So, go ahead and do the check for the third and last layer.
Oh fuck!
Oh my
Oh, no.
god!
We all failed, I think.
You're all struggling with this last layer. You're all having
It's
real
probably a
hard
good thing you
time.
can't see Burdock's face because he's probably making such a weird expression at the moment.
If only I had fingers.
Go ahead and do another round.
Sure.
Ah,
Jesus Christ.
Alright. Yarrow, you managed to get through the last layer, getting basically just this little wooden trinket that's in the center to prove that you solved. Burdock and Gwen, you are still caught on the last layer.
I am going to get this.
Yeah. Alright, Gwen, you managed to get through. Sorry, Burdock, you get through. Gwen, with that check, someone else catches up and solves the puzzle before you.
Oh no!
Damn.
Rip.
So, unfortunately,
Glad
you
that
do
it
not
already
get the
starts so
third place
strong.
either. So, let's see, it was Yarrow who made it first. So, Burdock, you will simply get 8 gold.
Fine by me.
Yarrow, you get another 5 gold, as well as a Hand of the Mage. And a second level item, this mummified elf hand hangs on a golden chain, its gnarled fingers locked in a particular pattern. It lets you cast the cantrip, Telekinetic Hand.
Oh.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Let's see. Did
I
anyone
probably
want
say,
to catch
I
a
probably say
pig?
to the bareface
Mhm.
people, person.
What did you
Yeah.
say?
The bear mask people, bear.
Oh yeah.
Bear. Yeah. I have to learn the names again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Well, seems no one wanted to catch a pig in the mud. I don't know why. It's like the most fun shit ever.
It's fun to watch other people do it.
So, everyone except for Burdock has decided to join on the Jester's Trial.
I did right.
Yes. Everyone except for Burdock. So,
Yeah, I'm the only one who didn't.
this one is very straightforward. You either make a will save or a performance check. The first
Wait,
one to get
Wasn't? Oh yeah. No one.
when you get a fail, you're out of the game basically.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just. Makes sense.
So, all of you who are on it, go ahead and make your rolls.
So will or performance was.
Yes.
Oh.
Oof. Yarrow and Gwendolyn, you're apparently so caught off guard by the jester that you both instantly lose as soon as the game starts.
Yeah.
Rip.
Oh no.
Siphon, go ahead and make your next roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like almost gets you, but you manage to hold on as another person laughs, and except for you, there are now 2 other people on the stage.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your next save. You're still holding on strong. Another person bursting out laughing. Go ahead and give your next save. And you unfortunately break on that last one.
Yeah.
So that means you do, however, get 8 gold. You miss
Money.
out on getting a masquerade scarf,
That's fine.
which lets you cast a first rank illusionary disguise on yourself,
I remember that from
which
last
can
campaign.
alter how you appear.
A person called Mabel used to have it a lot of times.
Fine, I don't need it. I'm happy with money.
So, you all take part in the games, you have your fun, you earn some money.
I can finally afford healer's tools.
Yeah, so
I'm not so poor.
you can absolutely look around and buy things from the stalls if there's anything that catches your interest.
Yeah, let's see what
So
there is.
I'll give you all a moment to just look through, see what you can find, see what you can like.
Sorry, I just wanna mention the fucking star grenade on the
It's a,
Straight up grenade.
it's a very interesting grenade because it creates two lines in a star pattern.
Oh. What do you mean, blood bomb?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, holy water.
It's technically legal to sell.
Technically legal.
Oh god, I do imagine the man selling it like it's technically legal.
Nothing in the law says I
Okay.
can't sell this.
Yeah. That is far too expensive for me.
Waffle iron?
Ah, yes,
It's a cooking tool.
yeah, and it has an imprint on it.
Oh. That's really fun.
Also, I just want to point out the double-barreled musket.
I was actually just about to get that repeating hand crossbow. But mine now, bitches.
Can you use that?
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a hand crossbow.
Yeah, but a repeating hand crossbow is, let's say, it's an advanced weapon.
Ah, fuck. I want my 10 gold back.
Maybe smart to check on that before buying shit.
I just saw a hand crossbow.
I'm gonna.
I'm stupid, guys.
So you spent 10 gold on that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. My bad. Thank you. Well, I guess I can get the funny shit now.
What do you
By the
mean
way,
funny
also
shit?
there's an item filter that lets you basically do a ratio of gold. So if you have like, I only want to spend this much money, then it'll just remove all the things that are outside of your purchasing power.
Purchasing power. That's good.
There's a lot of expensive stuff. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, imagine that. Imagine 10 gold being expensive now.
No, right?
Yeah. Wow.
I get it up.
When each of your characters had like what, thousands of gold on you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm taking that waffle iron because it's funny.
That's really funny. I was low-key
Yeah.
considering getting it, but I want to spend my gold on something I'll actually
My
use.
excuse is that I can eventually at some. I'm pretty sure there's like an alchemical food item that's like a waffle that I can make.
Perfect.
No, I'm good.
Alright.
I'm really poor.
I wish I had more gold.
Bloodbond.
I am doing some impulsive spending, but it's fine. It's a festival.
I should do some impulsive spending.
I wonder why Berta got the blood
Waffle
bomb.
iron.
Oh yeah.
Don't draw attention to it.
I'm just saying. It's an interesting choice you've made.
Because it's funny.
Yes,
Fun.
it is the funny. Oh yeah, Burdock, have you made sure to do your daily
Oh
thing?
fuck, I gotta do that.
Yeah.
We're doing that now. I had it set up, I just didn't click the button.
Yeah, I'll give people some time. Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. Elixir of gender transformation.
Yeah, I've seen it. And
I love the image.
it's
Is-
perfect.
They got it. They got HRT for cheap.
It's just
Yeah.
it's just the trans flag in liquid form.
It's really
Beautiful.
funny.
So good.
Beautiful.
I love when games do stuff like that, because it's so sweet and also so silly.
1 gold for it as well.
Yeah.
One-
This world
Yeah.
supports the trans.
Hell
I
yeah.
need to drag the item I want to my inventory.
Yeah,
Yep.
it'll subtract the gold from you, so
Ah, nice. Hmm.
interesting.
That's it for me. The rest,
Ah,
there is a thing I want, but it costs 35 gold.
Mm.
I've done all my shopping, so.
I'm trying to do my shopping, but there's so much stuff. And I know what I want, I just don't have enough money for it, unfortunately.
Oh, which
Same
one?
here.
Weapon potency +1.
Yeah.
I have 7 gold, too little.
Oof.
Because that would have been great, but I'll find something else.
Cloak of Feline Rest.
I'm actually I
That's
think
20
I'm gonna
gold.
do that. I wanna be comfy.
You have 20 gold? Holy fuck!
I'm getting that one. I wanna be comfy.
I respect that.
I'm wearing full plate
Also,
armor. Let me have some
I just
comfy.
think it's very funny. An entire pavilion tent is being sold here.
I amazing.
The pavilion tent is 12 bulk.
Oh my
Gee.
god. That's so unnecessary.
Am I strong enough to carry that? Genuine question.
I mean,
Like,
I
we
think you
only need
can,
that
but you
tent for
will
4 person.
absolutely be over encumbered.
Yeah.
And if we want for the group, it's only that 10th 4 person is already enough, and that's 1
Yeah.
bulk.
Max bulk is 13. If I just have nothing else on me, I can carry it.
I can do it. Probably.
I'm big and strong.
Big and strong.
Big and strong, yeah. Me,
I've done my shopping. I'm getting the Cloak of Healing Rest. I've dragged it into my inventory, and the gold has been subtracted.
Yes. Any other shopping anyone else are doing?
No.
Alright. Also, just a minor annoyance I'm going to point out. I had a different module going that basically made the shopping experience better. It's no longer compatible with the current version.
Oh,
No!
That's a shame.
Well, okay, so the thing is, technically, it is compatible with the current version of Foundry, and it is technically compatible with the current version of Pathfinder, but you have to make it compatible, because they, understandably, don't want to do the compatibility for every single game on Foundry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but understandable.
Yeah.
How could this happen to me?
So, you all do your various bits and bobs of shopping after having earned a bit of extra money. Getting that
And spent some
money.
And now I'm broke again.
Impulse buying, you know.
It might come in useful later. Who knows?
Exactly.
As the night continues and the sun starts reaching the precipice of like settling over the horizon, lanterns are being set out, lampposts are being lit. You start watching as people start gathering around the stage where this large straw effigy is being prepared. Gwendolyn, you've seen this before. This is tradition of setting up and burning the effigy at the end of the festival as the speech is held. It's to celebrate the year and bring in the hope for a new harvest. People start gathering, still a bit of murmurs between people. As you watch the spokesperson on stage, what seems to be a half-orc man, fairly well dressed, not like nobility kind of, but he's wearing some nice clothes. Oh god.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Was it?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, apologies.
You mentioned the orc going like that in there.
So the half-orc steps on stage, clearly some sort of like spokesperson for the event. As he speaks to the crowd. People of Everkey, thank you for gathering for yet another great harvest festival. I know times have not been the easiest for many, with problems of weather, a drought, a storm that ravaged many a farm. But we have toiled and we have persevered through this year. We have endured what the world has thrown at us, and I think we have come out stronger for it. Let us hope for a better year, and let us continue to persevere for the future. As he signals to people carrying torches at a set ablaze the little pyre that's under the effigy. The fire starting to spread up it. People cheer, people are happy. We don't know who of you maybe notices first, but something about the effigy for a moment seems a little off. Did it just move, or was that just a shifting of the straw as it was set ablaze? You start noticing that the straw is burning, but it's not burning away, it's not going black, it's not seemingly being all that affected by the fire. Slowly you witness as the arms of the effigy slowly start moving upwards. You hear some murmurs between people as they see this. You hear maybe some things of like, oh, are they doing something new this year, or haven't seen that before. There's not really any panic yet. The spokesperson on the stage is seemingly kind of confused, but doesn't seem to act. As the arms reach above the effigy's head, you watch as these almost whirlpools of fire start gathering above it. Flame from its form, like reaching into it, into these swirls of fire. Even more confusion starting to rise now. As you see dashing out of these whirlpools, these little balls of fire that are moving as if they're alive, dashing about as they graze against stalls and barrels. They set them ablaze. Fear starts to set in, along with panic, as the effigy itself starts to have this almost like face that it didn't have before, made of fire, gather on it. As it takes its first step off the pyre, having animated, and it lets out this unnatural roar. People start to panic, backing away, fleeing in fear now. as we
Oh god.
arrive
Oh boy.
to our first fight. Whenever you manage to load in.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yes.
With currently damage.
Yes.
Oh, I love
Amazing.
Oh my god.
It's
Oh god.
So
delicious.
I
Oh
will
my god.
ask everyone to roll for initiative.
Sure.
Oh,
Oh,
we rolled good.
Ooh. Poor Gwenny.
Gwen. Poor Gwen.
and with that, Siphon, you're first.
I'm so slow. I can't get to it though. Thank God. Oh.
Oh yeah, this is probably a big difference compared to Aiden.
Yeah, and I have a speed penalty.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
True. Yeah, that is the downside with the heavy armor.
Yeah, this was 20 feet. I'm gonna move up to. I need to draw my. Oh, the new weapon.
Yeah. None of you
Gonna
have your
move up.
weapons just drawn in the festival.
I'm gonna draw my scimitar,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't. This thing doesn't seem intelligent, does it?
It's too early to tell.
It's causing chaos.
Man, I chose the worst bombs to prepare.
I'm gonna strike it.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah,
Because
go.
it's causing a lot of chaos and destruction.
Sure, go right ahead. Oof, unfortunate.
Aw. That's my turn.
Burdock.
Okay. What the fuck is that feat called again? Okay. I am going to try to intimidating glare at this thing.
Sure.
Just shift my mask aside enough so that way only it can see my face. Where's the... Okay, intimidation. Okay. I don't do this usually, so this is gonna be awkward. It's just a regular intimidation, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oof.
It's not paying attention to me.
Yeah.
Okay,
just for the future, also there is an intimidation macro.
Yeah, let me see if... Yeah, Oh,
You
yeah, I
can
just found the demoralize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
demoralize.
I forgot to, yeah, okay.
But it's fine.
I will figure this out eventually.
You can also target the guy.
Yeah, I forgot to target the big guy. That's... Okay,
What is your next
okay,
action?
one action, I guess. I'll just draw my crossbow and...
Shoot.
Yeah.
Do keep in mind also you just have your vials.
That's true, but...
But that's
No,
it's up
I already
to you.
hit the draw, so...
Yeah.
I hit the draw, so...
And that is a hit.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Come the fuck on.
Incredible.
Oh.
Come the fuck on.
So your turn comes to an end. Oh hey guy, look, it's barely damaged. Barely
Oh, wow.
injured.
We're,
Who would have thunk it?
we're not used to it with 1 damage.
So I'm gonna just quickly roll to see who it's gonna target with this. So 1 to 3 is
Well, that's
Gwen.
scary, you know.
3 to 4 is Yarrow. 4 to 6 is Burdock. Burdock.
Ow.
As it raises its hand, and fire doesn't shoot at you, but it starts moving towards you and gathering next to you as this ball of fire is now in your square.
Oh.
Don't like that.
I would like you to make the reflex save.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
22.
Oh, that's a good one.
Do remember there's that basic reflex save button to press.
I always forget that.
Yeah,
I'll get it eventually. I
You're
swear.
fine. You managed to succeed the save. So you will take half.
Okay. Oh, 6 HP does more than I remembered doing.
And then it's going to slam one of its arms down onto Siphon.
Yes.
Getting a
Perfect.
miss.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yarrow.
Nice.
Because I don't. Yeah. Okay, I'll just focus on myself. Okay.
Yeah, you don't know us yet. We're just a bunch of assholes that have stuck
No,
around
I
to
was
try and
just
deal with
about
this
to
thing.
say, I don't know if Siphon has the attack of opportunity thing, but
Unless it specifically says that you do.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying I don't know if Siphon has it. If the the fighter has it, and the champion are kind of similar.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's why, because it did a ranged attack, just for that. That's why I'm just saying that. Okay. I don't have a lot of stuff I can do. I'm not used to this. So, I think... Yeah, I'll just... Electric arc it.
Sure.
That's such a good cantrip.
Save. That's a failure.
Let's go!
Nice.
So... 7!
Nice.
Nice.
And then... Since I now see this stranger and heavily armored to be in the front line,
Yeah.
I'll cast Protect Companion on him.
Oh, that's...
Your Eidolon or a creature with the minion trait under your control. You cannot
Then
target others with it.
He's not my minion?
Surprisingly enough, no.
Okay. It's only on
I'll
the
never
first
be
one.
anyone's minion.
Depends.
What do you mean it depends?
I'll just cast shield on myself.
Sure. Alright, Gwen.
Me. They are in a really annoying position. Move, thing. I have to take out. Oh man, how annoying. They are in a really, really annoying position. They are just out of reach of anything I can do at the moment. I can. You know what? Move. Okay. First thing first, I get the thing out. Chink. Okay. 25. It's over there. It's inter. You know what? I will try to intimidate it first.
Sure.
So demoralize it. Let to see if it knows any language.
Sure. If it doesn't, then you'll just take a penalty to the roll, basically.
Yeah, I know. Boo! I love the. Sorry, I will show the macro later. It's really fun.
Oh, then.
Yeah, so let's see. That is then a failure. Or oh no, wait, no, it's a success. It applied the penalty automatically.
Oh,
Okay, neat. Stinky. Just
stinky fire.
Stinky.
stinky. I don't have any range attack. And you know what? I will be annoying. Just shoom.
Oh, oops.
There you go.
Okay. That's 3 actions.
That's
Then
three
we are
actions.
on to Siphon again.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably noticed that it doesn't understand what Gwendolyn is saying. I doubt he knows Orc.
It got demoralized by being called a stinky, so it got the meaning of the word, at least.
Yeah.
The meaning, the
I'm trying to think if I don't think trying to tell it to stop fighting is gonna work. We're
Yeah.
just sitting here like, technically I should do this, but I don't even think that it would matter. So.
In these circumstances, that aspect of your character is not. I don't want to say unnecessary, but it won't be affected by
It's like I don't think it matters, so I'll just try to stab.
Yep.
See if I can.
Ooh,
Ooh.
It's a natural 20.
it is. So that means you get the crit roll. Let's see, critical hit.
The first critical in this campaign.
Holy shit!
Yippee.
That's
Hell yeah.
So
delicious.
you get, let's see, this is a slashing weapon. You can attempt to grapple the target as a free action. This uses the same multiple attack penalty. This count towards your multiple attack penalty.
Ah yes, the on fire. I'm not gonna grapple. It's a choice, right? Yeah.
Yes, it's a choice.
I'm not grappling that.
Okay, go ahead and roll
No,
it
you
down.
don't want the
No.
fiery hug?
Ooh.
Nice.
I am not grappling. Giant straw man on fire.
Well,
I don't wanna.
That's your first action. What's your
That's
second?
one. Yeah. It's my first action. Gonna cast Shield of the Spirit and raise my
Alright.
shield. Or does that? Is that the same? Is that one action with raising the
So-
shield and casting the spell, or is it?
Let's see,
Because if I
you
can do
raise your
something else, I
shield.
will do something else.
This causes your shield to be raised.
Nice. So I can do one more thing.
Yes.
I'm gonna stab him again.
Sure.
At least try.
Oof.
Oof.
It's fine.
Alright.
I think.
Hold on. I need to check on the thing on you, Burdock.
Yeah, just
Yeah, good.
I'm probably going to be catching on fire soon.
Okay.
Oh.
You do not take damage right now.
Okay. I am getting the fuck away from the fire.
What? What? Why?
No way.
Oh, I have the wrong thing selected.
It just wants a hug.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
Okay,
there's Typhon. You can give him a hug.
I'm gonna just.
Is it funny that I want to say I lucky wanted to try to give me a hug? Emphasis on the word try.
Yeah, I was about to say, you've got like the literal thorns enchantment from Minecraft on your armor. Like, no thank you. Anyway, I'm gonna draw a vial and I'm just gonna fucking chuck it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I am just double checking that I still have this bitch targeted. Okay, there we go.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
damn.
another natural
Oh,
20.
nice.
Nice.
Delicious.
Hell yes.
So that
Okay,
means
so
another
just click the critical?
roll. Yeah, let
Oh,
me
right.
roll
this
the
is it. Yeah.
deck first. So let's see. This is a bomb or spell. If this is a cold bomb or spell, the target takes triple damage. So any other bomb or spell deals double damage. Okay, so unfortunately, just double damage.
Okay, so just hit the critical
Yes.
and then.
Nice.
So yeah, action to move, action to pull out a vial, action to chuck. That's my turn.
Comes back to his turn.
Hi.
He is going to spend one action to sustain and move the thing.
Stop fucking following me!
It's basically just this ball of fire that's rolling about. I need you to make the reflex save.
Oh boy. There's not a thing I have to click. Okay.
Yeah, just this time, just roll.
Yeah.
That is
I just
a
want to check
failure.
before I. Oh. Ow.
You take
Oh.
15 damage,
Oh,
and
shit.
Burdock is down.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Holy fuck. Okay.
Then he
That was-
is going to. He's gonna
See.
gather up a bunch of smoke that has been gathering from him. Basically, wave it over you. I need Siphon and Gwendolyn to make me fortitude saves.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God, it's
no.
fortitude save.
Oh no, it's fortitude save.
The two different reactions to that.
Mhm.
Oh.
One second, because puppets give you something. Is it poison? No.
No.
Okay. No, this is dead poison. Okay.
Oh. No.
Siphon, you're totally fine.
I'm not totally.
Gwendolyn, you become sickened one and dazzled.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Everything is concealed.
Yes,
No.
it indeed is.
Hmm.
Alright, and that is its turn. Yarrow, you watch as one of the people trying to fight this thing goes down.
Oh. I don't know what to do now. I'm never in this position. I'm always on front.
Question.
Yes.
It's an attack, not a spell. It's a spell, not attack. Never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check what that is. Okay, I think that I need to do that. Does this thing cover that whole square?
No, it's only covering the square that Burdock is in.
Okay.
It's just the little square thing is a little weird, but
Okay, yeah. Then I'll move to this weird bird person.
mm-hmm.
Try to find if it can open or like I can see a mouth.
It's very clearly a mask.
Yeah.
Like once you touch it, you can feel that it's a mask.
If
And-
you're intending to feed a potion or something, then yeah, you can just do that.
Yeah, I'll give it an elixir of life minor.
Alright, so that's
Thank
two
you.
actions, one action from pulling it out, another action to feed.
Yeah,
So-
and
That is then your turn.
one action to move, one action to feed.
No,
You have to one action to pull out the
yeah,
thing.
one action to move, one
It-
action to pull out the elixir, and one action to feed.
Yeah,
That's
sure,
an
yep.
issue that I'm going to run into a lot later on.
Heal for two.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
1d6
it's
plus
super
1.
true.
I know. It's just fun. Sorry.
Oh, wait, it's just. Huh? Is it really just 1d, pure 1d6?
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah. It's pure 1d6.
it's
Yeah.
a minor elixir of life.
But hey, you got now +1 bonus to saves against disease and poison.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I close now and I can do the what's it called
Tumble through.
the classic yes the bread and butter.
Ah, tumble through
Tumble
is so
through.
delicious.
There we go.
So I'm assuming you're moving to there.
Yes. Wait, sorry, I have to do the acrobatic check.
Oh
No,
yeah.
it's already set like
No,
two
yeah,
steps,
that's
right?
for the
That's-
concealed
that's-
because of dazzled.
Mhm.
So, so now you
So-
can try to do the tumble through
Can
acrobatics
try.
check. Which, by the way, there is a macro for. There you go. Exactly.
Yeah.
You
So, yeah.
gain panache.
You gain
Okay.
panache. I wonder what class Gwendolyn is. No, you can
Okay.
just stand there.
Yeah?
You could have like moved there, tumble through to there,
Yeah,
so
but
that
it's-
you know you're flanking.
Oh yeah, you're right. You can flank. You can flank from here.
Yeah.
Then you have to flank from this side. Like
No,
this.
you can flank from there, as long
Oh, okay.
as you move
Oh.
through at least 2 of 8 squares when it's a large creature, like when you're
Oh,
measuring.
okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So I have panache,
You do.
and I don't think this guy is a person that thinks. So no, I don't think it works. So I will do the finisher just to
Sure.
start off.
Nice.
Go
Oh, yeah.
right ahead.
It's really fun seeing someone else play Swashbuckler because they are really fun.
Mhm.
So I have the
So,
attack.
Yeah,
and
you will get the attack. Go right ahead.
Mother.
Oof.
Ooh.
Damn.
Hero point?
It will take. That's
It's an
one
option.
action.
True.
You know what? Yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah, go right ahead.
0 point. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Go.
Damn.
Even
You
worse.
roll.
Unfortunate.
Very
It
unfortunate.
takes
Dang.
half your precision damage, so it takes 1 precision damage.
Awesome.
And I will do the. The parry. This one. And that's my turn.
Ah,
For the
alright. Siphon.
It's me. I'm gonna strike.
E. Oof.
Damn.
Ooh.
Oof.
No, wait. Oh, it didn't apply the flank. That is a hit.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Gonna damage.
Oh, he is near death.
I'm gonna strike again.
Sure.
Or try to.
Natural 20 again.
Another
Nice.
natural 20. So in addition to your damage, you will hamstring, normal damage, crit effect. The target is knocked prone. The target is also clumsy 2 until healed. So you don't deal crit damage, but it is going to be prone and clumsy. But go ahead and roll damage.
So just normal damage.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you finish him off?
I was gonna say, I think he's dead either
Yes.
way.
If I could slash one of its legs so it sort of like falls a bit forward and then slash the head.
Yeah, you
Yes.
cut off like halfway through the leg so that it basically collapses in on itself. The structure not holding. It like tumbles forward, effectively taking a knee. Just barely having time to raise its head towards you before you swipe its head off. And it tumbles to the ground
Ah, amazing.
as it falls over completely. The fire staying, but now you can tell that it is actually starting to burn up the straw. That somehow the straw it was constructed of was somehow magically protected from burning. But now
Huh.
it is starting to burn up properly. As we
Nice.
come to an end of this confrontation. As you can tell that the guard has been preoccupied with putting out the fires and dealing with these little fireballs that are be moving about. But things are finally calming down again.
I'm going to chug one of my one of my elixirs of life,
Sure.
just because I am still
That's
in
good.
pain.
Very
That's much
damaged.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's better.
Hmm.
I'll chug another one. I can just make one. I can make more tomorrow.
Sure.
Okay.
You make it sound like so easy.
Listen, I'm an alchemist. That's what I do. Yeah. How much of Burdock's face did Yarrow see?
He would probably, in a hurry, would take off the whole mask. Like,
Okay. At the minute she wakes up, she immediately
I'm
shoves that back
I'm
on.
gonna interject on that. With the kind of
Yeah.
like plague doctor masks are not made to be easily removed. They
okay, I
have
don't know that.
several straps.
Yeah.
They have
Yeah,
a lot of
there were
securement.
probably some like
You
loose
could-
straps because she did shift her mask a little
Yeah.
bit just to glare at the
I'd
guy.
say you
but-
would be able to pull the mask enough up to see like Burdock's chin and mouth.
Okay, yeah. You notice she has a lot of sharp teeth.
Ooh.
Just the sound of distress I just heard.
What the fuck am I now with this fucking group?
she adjusts her masks and sits up and thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And she will stand up and just, is anyone else hurt or did I just take the brunt of that?
No, only you.
I'm fine. Are you okay?
I will be fine once I can sleep off the whatever the fuck that was.
You got really
Which,
escorted
yeah,
there.
speaking of, what the fuck just happened? I arrived here like a month ago. I'm not a local. I assume this isn't normal.
No, that's not supposed to happen. It just burns.
Okay. I'm going to step over to the corpse and take a look at it to
Yeah.
figure out what the fuck may have caused this.
It is still on fire and progressively burning away the straw. You can go ahead and give me just a quick seek. So, blind perception. Or secret perception, I mean.
Secret perception. All right. Perception. Secret.
Yeah. You, like, look around it trying to see anything. You do see the glint of something metallic that would have been, like, in the chest area. But trying to reach at it now would most likely scorch your hands. Both just
Does anyone have a long stick
because
I
it's
can
on
use?
fire, but also if it's a metal object in there, it's probably piping hot.
I have javelins.
I
Gimme.
have this.
I sort of just pull out one of my javelins from whatever
She's gonna take
thing
the
on my back I
javelin-
have, like the wholesome, just hand it
She's
over.
gonna treat the javelin like a fire poker and try to like gently like tap the metallic thing out of the fiery blaze.
Sure. You manage to poke this little, this like basketball-sized metal sphere out of his chest. It has these like cylinders, seeming almost like haphazardly strapped on and poking out of it. Like it doesn't seem like those are part of the main construction. Before you are able to examine it much further, guards start arriving.
Oh.
Not necessarily like hostile towards you. They like some of them saw what happened, but they do ask you to like please step back as they are technically the ones meant to look into this kind of thing. As
Burdock will stand up and just kind of point to the metal thing and said, I saw that in the center of the burning pile. I assume that's not supposed to be there. Whatever it is.
one guard that's like talking with you, I strongly doubt it. As he like kind of ushers you like behind these like railings, gathering you like together. So he speaks with you. I just want to quickly ask you guys what happened. What did you see? What, like, just what happened?
Saw
Came
the
to life.
effigy was lit. It started moving. Then it really started moving, and then it summoned a weird fireball thing and stepped off the pyre. And I figured that probably wasn't supposed to happen, and someone should do something, so I did.
It did cook Birdie over there really bad.
I see.
Let's not talk about that.
Well, we appreciate your efforts. As he's like about to continue speaking, one of them like ushers him over a little. Just one moment, please. As he steps aside to speak with them, kind of like glancing back over towards you, talking further with his colleague before returning to you. First of all, yes, thank you for all your efforts. Captain Fallion Wren would like to speak with you tomorrow in regards to this.
All of us, or
Probably all of you. It's probably mostly just a formality, just to get all the information. Just head up towards town hall, and he like gestures towards that large building that has those walls around it. Gives you a time to arrive. Basically just tells you to be on your way, and they will take care of the rest of the scene.
great.
It doesn't like sound like you're in trouble, but like this is clearly some sort of big incident.
Gonna be annoying.
Burdock just kind of gives the others a nod and goes, I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. And she'll just start heading off towards the Stormwalk row.
Likewise.
At least introduce yourself. That's very good.
No. Bird, just nope.
Just dips out. So fair.
That was rude.
I mean, ultimately, Burdock and Siphon, you're gonna have that awkward moment where you say goodbye, and then you head in the
Oh,
same
going the
direction.
same way.
Yeah, I'm also in the, I'm in the same area.
Just that awkward moment where you both head in the same direction after saying bye.
And then there are no damn neighbors.
Like you'll be walking down the street and suddenly behind you see like heavy metal clanking, and you look
Clank,
around
clank,
like,
clank,
wait a
clank,
minute.
clank.
I just said
Burdock is
goodbye
just like
to you.
awkwardly not making eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
She's just gonna go to the inn and I guess, fuck, I gotta pay for a room, don't I?
Well,
That was very rude from the both of them.
I didn't say I just left. It's like more we're gonna meet each
Oh.
other on the road later
mm-hmm.
because we're
Sorry.
going to the same area.
But yeah,
Sorry.
does the rest of you introduce yourselves to each other?
So just look at the two people beside me like, so that was very eventful.
Yeah.
Just trying to shake hand with the big fucking metal golem of a man.
How short are you, by the way?
Like 3 feet and a half, something like that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna have to like bend
You
over.
gotta get on.
to
You gotta
reach-
like crouch.
I gotta get on my knees to like reach your hand.
Just fucking stand on the railing on the wooden railing.
Yeah, I'll if you reach out your hand, I'll like grab it and shake it.
You show up there. Murdoch's running away.
Listen, you can stop her and call out to her. Just
Socialization.
Mm.
Ugh.
Alchemy socialization.
She doesn't. She's bad at people.
Oh my god. He's turning-
We're a party of assholes.
okay.
The
I'm still here.
party
I'm
of
shaking.
introverts.
I don't want to deal with these people.
The intro,
Not very social, those two, huh?
and very rude. Just shouting again to the guy running away.
I,
Oh god, sorry. It made me laugh really hard. It's the whole party of introverts and one extrovert friend.
Perfect.
I wouldn't even necessarily say that I'm an extrovert. I'm just polite.
But yeah. I assume eventually you part ways to head to your own spots.
Like exchange names and stuff.
Yeah, just handshake.
Handshake.
Yourself, like with a friendly handshake and telling your big fucking massive guy that was really cool.
Thank you. You did great yourself.
I didn't do a lot, honestly. I just was there.
I think you did good.
Okay, thank you. It's nice of you. If you want, I can help you get to the freaking to the place we are supposed to go. That I forgot the word. I forgot me, the player forgot the word. For
I think
Town
it's
hall.
a town hall.
yeah,
Main
we
hall,
go.
town hall, something like
Yeah.
that.
Town hall.
Yeah.
Town hall. Okay, I was right.
Yeah, if you meet me around this area tomorrow.
It's technically a combination of town hall and where the Lord lives.
So everything in the same place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can help you there. And it won't be really hard to miss you because you are in a massive street around. So easy to see. Just follow.
Yeah, easy to spot in the crowd.
Exactly. Okay. That was nice talking to you. And that you
Yeah.
weren't really good.
I should probably go to bed. That was quite an eventful fight. But I'll see you tomorrow.
See ya. Take care, big fellow.
I'll start walking the exact same way that Bernard started walking.
Incredible.
Hilarious.
Alright. Well, you all head to your respective domiciles. Eventually, the next day arrives. As each of you
Do I
probably
need
own.
to pay for the inn that I've been crashing at for the past month? That was like what, a silver?
Let me see, which one was it you were at again?
The one by the docks.
Yes. Yeah, a silver.
Okay, I got that. All right.
Let's see.
Time to go to town hall.
Yeah, and
Yep.
also for the rest of you, let's see. Did I have it?
You know, I just realized I can do the fucking invest on the necklace of knives.
Yeah. Any items you've
I can.
gotten, you can.
I can invest into my hand of the mage.
Yeah, you can all go ahead and also do a rest, so that you restore.
Oh yes,
certain
I need to do
things.
that.
Let me see. Siphon,
Uh-huh.
you're required to pay 2 silver for your spot.
Yes.
Let's see. Here.
Done it.
Yeah, just remove silver.
Yeah,
for
I
me.
removed the 2 silvers.
Let me see. Yarrow, you were at Traveler's End, right?
I think so, yeah.
You pay 1.5 silver, so 1 silver and 5 copper.
Okay.
And let's see. Gwen, where was it you were staying?
No, I think we didn't talk about that because
Didn't we?
the house
Oh.
was. I no, the house was
Well, I
taken.
mean, technically you
No.
can stay at the house. You're just not staying there legally. No one's using it.
I'm doing that.
Yeah, sure.
So you are aware.
That's
That
fair.
is so funny.
It's mine. But in my eyes, it's
To-
mine.
yeah, in your eyes, it would be yours. That is fair.
I'm not illegal.
As far as they know.
I found it, no.
Alright, well, the next
Uh,
day arrives. Yes?
How do you do I just click use on the predators? How do I affix?
So you don't do anything
Is
to have
it-
it. You just declare, I have affixed it. And then when the time comes that you
Use
activate
it.
it, then you use it.
Okay, I affix it. Ta-da! It should be affixed now.
Ta-da!
It maybe it's handy for yourself to add it into your notes.
I should.
Alright. Well, the next day arrives. I'd like everyone to roll a d20, just a flat 20.
Public?
Yes.
Oh, wait, there. Oh,
Wow.
My god, Luna, you're rolling so many natural 20s.
you could say I'm on the
20?
roll.
Natural one.
This is
Oh.
like your third natural 20, I think.
Yeah.
He rolled 2 net ones, or 3 net ones, and 3 net 20s now.
The universe is
Go
in
big or go
balance.
home.
Alright, well, Siphon, you end up arriving at Town Hall first.
Mhm.
You're effectively like directed to a little waiting area. Gwendolyn, you arrive next. You see Siphon already there.
Just eagerly waving at the aside.
Once I noticed them,
Mhm.
because small,
Yes.
I like wave
Yeah.
back.
Mhm.
Uh,
You find yourself waiting in this little spot. Burdock, you would arrive next, finding both Siphon and Gwen there. Though, of course, you don't actually know their names.
Yeah, just those strangers from last night.
The one in the
Just
big
kinda
armor
gives him a
and the
polite
living
nod.
doll.
Yeah. Just kind of gives him a polite nod and just starts looking through one of her like formula books or something.
Mhm. And lastly, Yarrow, you arrive,
Yes.
finding yourselves in this little waiting area, I presume, in awkward silence.
Well, Yarrow is not saying anything at least.
Burdock's got a book out.
Yeah, I'm just constantly pulling out the knives from the necklace. Like,
I'm gonna like slightly eye Gwendolyn for like, why do you
They
need
just-
so? Like thinking to myself, like, why do you need so many knives? But not. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna like slightly like tilt my head and like tilt my head back, noticing the like way too many knives like laying around.
Well,
they
so
they
yeah,
disappear around.
yeah.
That's
So
fair.
technically, there
Just-
can never be more than 3 knives on the floor.
I
It's still 3
Yeah.
knives, mind you, but like, yeah.
yeah. It's like,
Just cycling through it, seeing how they look like stone, steel, wooden, like
Mhm.
tank, tank.
Eventually,
Oh, God.
the person that directed for you to sit here comes to guide you to an office space. You're led into it. You see this kind of exhausted looking half elven man probably like in terms of human age, he's probably in like his late 50s. Some graying stripes having gathered in his hair. He's wearing some pretty like official looking clothing, and you see a armor standing on one of those like mannequin stands in the corner. The office itself is very clean and orderly, but his desk is covered in papers, charts, stacks of books. It's purposeful but messy. Like you couldn't probably get through it, but he seems to know where everything is.
He's that type of person.
As he looks up, sees you, and gives you all a nod. Please have a seat, as there are 4 chairs set ready.
All right.
Murdoch will take a seat.
I sit down.
Yeah.
I am Captain Falion Ren. I'm in charge of the guard of this city, as well as the protection of its citizens. First of all, I would like to thank you all for what you did yesterday during the festival. Your actions most likely saved several lives. That kind of proactive action, I think, deserves a reward. As he brings out this little kind of like box with 4 pouches in it, setting it on the far side of the table closer to you. Each of those holds a reward to each of you.
Ooh.
As you look inside, you will see 10 gold pieces.
I'm rich.
Oh, yeah.
As he
Add
settles
that
back on
to-
the table, he pulls out that metal sphere that you saw Burdock putting it on the table. Now that it's not in a blazing straw and you have more time to look over, like the core structure of it looks very well made. It has these like 4 plates with little openings between each, and in a central area there's this kind of like glass that can be opened that seems to probably have housed something at some point. You can also see splatterings of orange looking paint, though a lot of it has vanished either from being burnt off or just rubbed during its time inside of the straw effigy. I hear you found this within the effigy. I certainly don't think it's far a stretch to claim that it is responsible for what happened. The question we're just faced with is who is responsible for it?
Do you know what it is exactly?
I'm afraid not. However, that is another reason why I wanted the 4 of you here. I would like to request your aid in finding out not just what this is, but where it came from and who planted it. Under normal circumstances, this is absolutely something the guard would take care of, but we are stretched thin as it is. We will most
Just about
likely...
to say. I was just about to say, you're asking 4 strangers you don't know about doing a stupid thing to solve something?
I'd hardly call it stupid, but frankly, if we didn't reach out to you, we would have reached out to other adventurers. I'm more so just giving you first dibs, you could say. We of course intend to compensate you for your work. If you do this for us, we will be, I suppose indebted is the right word. The Lord would likely want to thank you personally even.
I mean, I'm not in it for the fame, but I am in it to figure out what on earth that thing is. So you can count me in.
Well, money doesn't grow on trees, so I'll take the job then.
Excellent. He look,
I'll always help when it comes to the matter of innocent lives being at danger, so count me in.
he looks to Gwendolyn.
Yes. No, there isn't a lot of reason to go. Yes.
Just yes.
Ye.
Like, I love how all three of us had our reasons, and then there's just Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn's just here for a good time.
So, as for Anne, before he managed to continue, the doors to the office are pushed open rather like suddenly, with like no knocking, no request for entry, just suddenly opened. As you turn, you see this very official-looking elven man, looking very like prim and posh type. As he looks over the four of you, clearly not having expected to see anyone other than Thalia. As he looks to the captain. Sir Ren, I again implore you. Me and my people are more than capable of taking care of this kind of matter. We do not need to involve outsiders to this matter.
Well, it really looked like that when that thing attacked the rounds.
Any who like look at Ren at that moment as this man burst in, you can tell that Ren does not like this man, but is being like courteously polite for professional reasons.
I also live here, so I'm not from the outside.
Mhm.
So you know,
You know.
you know.
Like, we wouldn't be needed if you were more compatible or better at your job.
He seems very like you. For a moment, you can tell that he is not enjoying the fact that you're speaking to him when he very much did not address you. As he goes just
Oh
right.
no, it's one of those.
Yes, he goes right back to speaking to Captain Wren. Please, if you would just see reason. Before he gets to continue, Wren just kind of like slams his hand down on the table. Sir, the Lord Protector gave me this task. I select who I wish to select, and you are not amongst those people. Please leave my office. We are in the middle of a discussion. And you see the elven man clearly displeased, but he gives a nod, gives you all a glance before he leaves out the door again.
And Yaro would have like so smuggish smile with a little wave.
Oh, Yara's an asshole. Lovely.
As Ren settles back onto his chair, like kind of rubbing the temple of his nose.
May I ask who that was?
That was the Arcanist Royal, Sylvaris Cern. He's, yeah, I suppose you could say that he is the direct advisor of the Lord Protector in the matters of magic and occultism.
What was his name again? What was his name again?
I can
Sir...
post.
Oh, okay.
And I do have the name also.
Yes, you have the name because you have never met him, but you certainly know about him.
That is quite the title and name.
I find.
I just call him an asshole. That's what he is.
I find him suspicious.
Ren clears his throat over a moment. We do not share a lot of how to put opinion on how things should be done. He certainly still cares about Everkey and Lord Protector, but we have a lot of disagreements. But that is not of import right now. He pushes the metal sphere a little more towards you. I will relinquish this in your hands for you to try and figure out what it is, where it came from. We haven't really been able to do much more than, a glance over it, and we're unsure of what it is.
Burdock will take it, kind of like look at it in her hands for a bit, and then put it in her bag.
Yep. You will be permitted some level of official conduct if you need to go to any location to gather evidence. You're expected to at least inform a guard before doing so. I wish to stay informed on your efforts. Do not abuse this lenience, of course. That will not be appreciated by anyone.
Of course. That's understandable.
If you have
Certainly.
any questions, you most likely can find me here as he looks over his desk. I'm not
Yes.
going anywhere anytime soon.
There is one question.
Yes.
Like, the thing, this effigy,
Yes.
where was it made? And where was it stored? That would probably be two places to look.
That is a very good point. As for its construction, that is a community effort. Usually a couple of people gather to build it together. So it's not a single organization that handles it. However, its storage is done down by the docks in a local storehouse. He writes down an address and hands it over. I can let them know that you'll probably arrive at some point to inspect the area. We'll let them know to not touch anything where it was stored.
That would be helpful.
It might also be good to just have like a little badge or something that we can show people, and that way you don't have to worry about sending people hither and thither all over the city.
Yes, of course. He gives each of you these little, kind of like badges that has a key and two blades behind it. This is I suppose you could call it a temporary badge. It denotes that you are working with the guard, but not for the guard. You're not a part of the organization, but you have been hired to help.
Neat.
Is there any other question?
Are there maybe some suspects that you have in mind?
It's too early and we have too little information to make any conclusions on anyone that might be responsible.
Alright. Fair enough. And that's it. That's questions, at least for me.
He looks to the rest of you to see if there's anything anyone wants to ask.
And I guess my only question would be like for the setup, it was supposed to be just guards who were in charge of setting everything up. There wasn't any period of time where someone could have had access to the effigy, like between storage and the event.
Well, the storage house deals with who goes where in that, so you will have to speak with them.
Okay.
It goes from the volunteers who build it to the storehouse, and then it's carried to the Beacon Square on the day of the Harvest Festival.
Great.
Okay. That's all I had
Very
at
nice.
the moment.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Well, you know where to find me if you need anything else. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
And you as well, sir.
As you go to leave, he goes back to focusing on his paperwork.
Do I still have this?
Vitalia,
I'm not
take
wounded
care.
anymore. I still. Would we have gotten back to full health, or do I still have to keep the like sneaky little?
I mean, you could have done healing on yourself once you got home.
Yeah, that's true. She just chugs the rest of her potions.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
Listen, they're
so-
wimpy.
So yeah, you could have been able to heal up
Yeah.
fully.
Okay.
We're
Okay.
all wimpy except Zyphon.
Huh?
Chonker.
We're all wimpy except you.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
As you are walking through the halls to leave, you hear someone like clear the throat behind you. As you turn, you see Sylvaris Cern behind you as he approaches you. I wish to apologize for my previous conduct. It was unfair and unbecoming. This is simply a stressful time for everyone. This kind of incident doesn't happen much.
I appreciate the apology.
That's nice of you.
In
you.
regards to the incident, and this is no shade towards any of you, but I personally very much prefer sticking with people that I know and trust. I am willing to offer some compensation for your time if you would hand over the core that was recovered so that me and my people may look into this event ourselves. You will no longer have to bother yourselves.
Actually, can I do a sense motive on my guy
Same
here?
here.
Yeah, I also want a sense motive on this guy. Like,
Nice
Well,
sense.
I smell rats.
yeah, there's some politics going on here, at
Mhm.
the very least.
There's some.
Sure, you can absolutely roll for sense motive. It
I'm
is
just like, oh,
secret.
everyone like, okay, I don't trust
Just
this guy.
It was
no
the
one
perception,
trusts him right off the bat.
Yeah. That was a perception?
It's perception, yes.
Secret perception.
Yeah, blind general.
Like,
The immediate suspicion.
Just
Man
everyone
opens his
go.
mouth and we all just like squint at him like
yeah.
Well,
What's
no one
up
can see
with
that I'm
you?
squinting.
press X to neither can Burdock. No one can see Burdock. But it's there in spirit.
Mhm.
Same here, same here.
I have someone squinting for me.
I don't think that,
So while you may have your personal feelings on him, most of you can't really get a read on him. He's being like cautious about his words. Though Gwen, you do get like the sense that he is asking mostly out of personal gain for the situation. He is probably wanting to solve this entire thing, but he's wanting to solve it himself for his own motives and gains. But you can't get a sense if it's nefarious or not.
he wants to do it by himself.
Now, I am willing to offer each of you 50 gold.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I will decline that.
It's a very
not-
generous offer, but unfortunately this is going to bother me until I figure it out. I'm sure you understand.
Yeah.
If it comes to a point where we don't need it anymore, I'll be happy to hand it over. But until then, unfortunately, for my own professional curiosity, I cannot let myself give this up.
I do appreciate the offer, but I'm not doing this for monetary gain. I want to figure out why something would risk so many innocent lives. I want to
can
get to the bottom of that.
Sorry. I can accept the money, but I will try to.
Yeah.
I see. Well, that is understandable why you would think that. if you do wish to allow me to take over, then do just reach out. You can find me here at the hall as well. I wish you the best of luck.
Bye. Take care.
I love the fact that all of you were just instantly. Can I sense motive on this guy?
Okay,
Look,
okay.
this just stinks of politics.
The moment you introduced him, I was like, suspicious elf in my notes.
I
So
think I've just
Just
been
the
watching
way
too
how
much
he
Apothecary
reacted, I didn't
Diaries.
like him at all.
I think I've just been watching too much Apothecary Diaries, so I just suspect everybody in a position of power
Like,
now.
yes,
Mhm.
that is such a mood.
Alright. So, you have the court. You have been
Yep.
asked to solve this issue. What would you like to do first?
I think let's go to the storage plates where
Yeah.
it was stored.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
Sure.
While we get there, could I try to gather some information? Just asking, like trying to ask around people
That
I might
would,
be able to know.
yeah, that would certainly be possible.
Mhm.
It'd probably not be the easiest because you are
Mm.
not traveling that far. However, you
Okay.
can absolutely try.
Okay.
So
to-
give me just 1 second to check. Um,
If you want I saved the what's it called
yeah.
the. I began to I start to save
Okay. What is
Yeah.
the specific topic you are asking around about?
Probably the if anyone saw like the last people playing setting up the Wicker Man.
Mhm.
If anyone saw the last people that gathered or set up the Wicker Man, I
Yeah.
don't know the name of the
I mean,
effigy.
Wickerman is technically a correct term for what it was, but specifically here it was called a effigy.
Effigy. Okay.
But like Wickerman is also a fair thing to call it.
Like,
But yeah, you absolutely can try. Go ahead and give me a secret diplomacy check.
mhm. There we go.
Uh, as you walk and like approach a few people here and there to just gather some information, what you get told is that people saw some guards setting up the effigy last. That they were the last that was dealing with it.
Mhm. Okay, that's helpful. Thank you.
So-
And I do have someone to ask later, so that's
Mhm.
nice.
So you eventually reach these like storage buildings. Basically, just a bunch of them in a row. Some that are directly owned by like Everkey, some owned by individual businesses, some owned by individual shipping companies. The one that you head to, you find is one of those businesses that specifically just does business with anyone, from what you can find. You see like the big doors that are like entrances into the main storehouse, and then you see a little like extra building on the side that's probably like the office space that you go to talk with people.
All right. So, was there also shown where this thing was, where it stood, where
You
it was kept?
you're probably gonna have to speak with the storage house workers to find that. because like you do not have access just openly to enter. You're gonna have to talk to the people that work there.
God damn it.
Oh no, what a shame. Anyway, yeah, I guess let's go find I guess like there's like a foreman or like whoever's in charge and be like, hi, we're here to, yeah, let's find the guy in charge and then we can figure out from there
Yep.
where to go.
You head into the little office area. You find this stout-looking dwarven man behind the table, like a really nice thick beard, but like complete bald spot on the head, with like really strong red color to the beard as he looks up. Yeah, what can I help you guys with?
Burdoc's gonna show her little like badge and just say, we were asked to investigate what the hell happened with the effigy.
He like
Where do you know where it was stored before it went up on stage?
he like leans a little in to look at it closer. All right.
She holds it so we can see it.
He does like look a little suspiciously at like specifically three of you. The guy in the giant armor, the plague doctor, and the walking doll, and then just some guy.
Once he looks at me, I would just say, yeah, I don't know these guys.
I'm just gonna like
Alright.
turn my head at Yara, like, fair enough.
Sure, I can show you where we had it stored. As he gets off his chair and heads over to basically a side door that goes into the storage area. He takes you a bit into the back area, where you see this now kind of empty space, where you do see like a bit of straw strewn on the floor, probably that just like fell off during transportation. This is where we had it. We store it like in pieces, so like the arms, legs, torso, head is only put on proper when it's set up on the square.
Where did they keep the torso?
He like kind of like just gestures towards the area. We keep them together here, but
Like-
just not connected on each other.
Okay, it's just around each other. Got it.
He's
Who all has access to this room? And Burdoc's just gonna pull out the weird metal thingy. Also, does this look familiar to you at all?
He like looks it over. Nah, never seen something like that before. As for who has access, I mean me, I've got two guys working for me. They're in here somewhere. You probably hear like some footsteps in the distance. That's probably they are working. We let customers in when they are bringing something or need to check, but always one of us is with them. If the guard needs to come in, we of course let them in. No one that's supposed to have access besides that.
Okay.
So, would it be possible if, for me to check the entrance if they were forced at any point in the past, like any markings or something like that?
I mean, the front door or the front gate is always locked, so is the door to the office. The back door isn't working right now, but
And why it's not working?
lock is fucked. I don't know why my repair guy hasn't shown up.
Was it recently that it happened?
5 days ago, probably.
Could I go check that out, Axus?
Yeah.
That back door.
He does like is like kind of standing back to let you guys work and
Yeah.
just staying nearby to keep an eye on you, just to make sure you don't do anything to his stuff or to the stuff
Yeah.
that's here. But yeah, you go to the door. You do see it's closed. He informs you that they've boarded the outside, so the door can't really be used right now.
Mhm.
Do you just inspect it?
Just messing around with the lock, just
Sure.
trying to.
Go
If it
ahead
was
and
also-
give me a seek action. So that's a
Sure.
blind perception.
Second, I think. This? Yes. No, I cannot do that.
Oh, that's
No, but
because that's just the
yeah,
thing in your
the thing.
sheet isn't really only to look at how it works.
Yeah. There we go.
The macro is the
I,
thing that does the thing.
yeah, I can open the thing in my sheet and do the macro.
Mhm.
And, there you
Yeah, you start inspecting it. You do notice something though. As you're like kind of messing with it, like clearly you can't lock from here, but and also this is like one of those old doors that needs the key on the both sides to lock. It doesn't have like
Mhm.
one of those turning locks on like the inside. You do like peer inside, and you notice that the reason it's broken is because all the mechanisms inside are melted.
Oh.
I see your issue here. Your door melt from the inside.
Huh? He sounds like genuinely kind of shocked and confused. Like walking over, like looks in. Well, I'll be damned. I just thought it was like some kids fucking with my door. Who melts a lock?
Who melts a lock? Yeah.
Simple. Someone that's trying to get in.
I guess. I don't get why anyone would want to break in. It's not like we have anything of value in here.
It's not something with value, more trying to accomplish something, like chaos.
You remember that thing I showed you? Or not Mabel, fuck. Braddock's gonna pull the thing out. We found this in the torso of the effigy, and we suspect it might be at least part of the cause for the nonsense last night.
For the outbreak.
Ah, shit. I guess that makes sense. Huh.
Did you happen to
Yeah.
know who was on?
Hello? No! Artie. No. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay.
There
yes.
we go. Sorry, it cut off for a moment there.
Okay.
You asked. You were about to ask something.
Do you know, like, have you? I assume like pretty much every employee has had access to this room in like the past week.
Well, yeah, we work here pretty much every day except for weekends, and of course, we're not here at night.
Not here
But
tonight.
is there someone here at night, like guards?
I mean, we don't have our own guards here. Again, the most valuable thing you're gonna find in here is maybe at most worth 1 gold, and that's the entire crate worth. So like, we just, the guard is in the area. They patrol during the night. They patrol in these streets.
Okay. Do you happen to remember if any of your employees mentioned anything odd? Just like a weird sound or something was moved or just anything that just kind of struck you as weird?
Not really. I mean, when we found the door broken, we of course did a inspection just to make sure, but since nothing was stolen, we just assumed that someone fucked with the door and didn't like break in or take anything. So we just kind of boarded up the door and let it go from there. But no one's heard anything or noticed anything. The effigy didn't look any different when we found it, so we didn't think anything was strange.
That is a good point. I guess if someone did try to shove the thingy in, it would have been.
Depends on
Would have
how
to replace
deep
the
it
straw.
went, because it was already painted orange to camouflage with it.
Yeah.
I mean, the orange paint is very much not like straw color orange. We are talking like
Fire color orange.
Neon?
yeah, neon crayon orange.
Oh,
Like,
like
oh.
obnoxious orange.
Yeah, like very
That's
much.
Okay.
Whoever made the original sphere did not put this orange paint on there.
Okay.
Okay, that's fair. Can we check if there is like any burn mark around or something along those lines? Like it
Sure.
probably
He
wash away.
Yeah, I'll check the
already, like,
floor for.
he like goes to like unboard the door so you can probably open it and like check. With the perception check you did earlier, finding that the lock has been melted, it has absolutely someone used some form of fire from the outside to melt the lock.
Okay, okay. That's neat to know. I don't know how helpful that is, but that's neat to know. As you can see now, you are aware, I'm not the smartest player, and
Well,
when
I think it might be good to just start from like the exact day that the lock was discovered melted.
Or
me,
maybe around
that-
the time period.
Yeah, that at the very least, if the because I don't know how deeply into the straw the metal thing was put,
Was probably like pretty
So,
much
if it was in, like,
the
the-
center, from what you could
like
tell.
dead center.
Yeah,
Like roughly.
Okay.
that's pretty deep.
Yeah, like someone wasn't using a measuring tool or anything, but like they probably shoved it in as much into the center as they could.
Yeah.
Could I take a look at the orb?
At the what?
The
Yeah, I was asking if you can take a look at the orb.
Burdock will hand it over.
Could I investigate or try to maybe see something with the orbs? that
Like
could
recall
help?
knowledge, basically? Like,
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, you absolutely can. Let's see, what would be applicable on it again? You can use either crafting, arcana, or an applicable lore.
Yeah, I'll do Arcana.
Mhm.
It's a blind, right?
Yes. Okay. Looking it over closer now, like properly inspecting it, contextualizing with what you saw happen. This seems to have been like some sort of like containment for elemental power to be used for something. Like it contains elemental powers to probably power things, power constructs. However,
Like a little elemental battery. Type
kind of,
thing.
or like more like the heart of a construct, you could much say. However, that is probably what its original intent is in just the original construct, but with the additions, it's very like obvious they were not done by the same people who made the core itself. They're very haphazard, very poorly made. Which would have changed its purpose and function to some degree, but without the like any blueprints or any of that on the specifics of it. It's kind of hard to tell what else it's for.
If I make like a crafting check on it, could I figure out like what materials were used and then just kind of figure out like what effects those materials might have on something like that, or is that a little too convoluted?
That is something you will have to like set down a little bit in like a workshop to like take it apart and inspect and like
And like play with it?
yeah,
Okay.
this is like a several hours sort of task. It's possible to absolutely achieve, but it's not something you can just do on the spot where you are.
Yeah, okay, I need to get a lab.
It's definitely like something you can do when you leave here, but not right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Interesting. What
I
would
know
you
what I'm
happen
doing tonight.
Yeah.
I'll-
Would you
mind if
happen
I hold
to
on to
know if there was recently found someone heavily injured on the street or possibly deceased?
Around here, not that I've ever heard of.
No, in this town.
In the entirety of the town,
Yeah.
Mhm.
in the entirety of the
Probably.
town of around
Buddy,
40,000
even I
people.
can tell you.
If
Even
there's
I
been
can tell you
anyone
there's-
injured on the streets.
There are so
like
many injured
heavily
on the streets,
injured
dude.
or close to dead or dead.
Yeah, like
So many.
there
So many.
absolutely was. Whether or not that was connected to this is practically impossible to tell.
Okay. Yeah.
Honestly, I just imagine a doll trying to squint at you, like, what? With, with eyes, like, what are you trying to ask?
I do understand your thought process, but it's just there's way too many people in this town for that to be applicable.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Hey, it doesn't. I'm for the ears. I'm new here. This is all new for me.
That's fair.
Same boat. But I can promise you, dude, people turn up injured all the time here.
Where I live, that isn't wrong.
Okay, fair enough.
Do you live like in a town with 10 people?
No, much more, but we're not barbaric as you.
I mean, there's
No,
still
no, sorry,
injuries, but not in the same kind of vein.
Yeah.
So,
that.
sorry, I didn't catch what you say. In me personally.
Not as barbaric as you.
Not as barbaric.
That's a
Damn.
bit harsh.
Rude.
Bro. I mean, I will say, at least in my experience, this is kind of a weird situation all around. So,
But yeah, is there anything else you want to look for here, or do you want to move on?
I'm just gonna
I
take like
think-
I guess, I'm gonna just like investigate around the like effigy area. Like, it's probably a long shot, but just if there's any marks of like, I don't know, like someone like that
Drop
and
something.
like yeah, or if there's like a weird like pile of straw from like where the effigy or the thingy got shoved into the torso, or like
Mhm.
even if there's
Yeah.
just like something by the door that like maybe they left behind, or
Mhm.
I'm just trying to see if there's any
yeah.
sort of clue that
get
we
it.
can.
Go ahead and roll
Yeah.
me a secret perception check.
That is blind.
Okay. So as you kind of like search the area, search the like path between the door and where the effigy was stored, you do notice this little wooden thing between one of the crates that doesn't seem like it belongs. As you reach down and pick it up, you hold this little kind of like totem made of twigs and what you can only assume is probably hair to tie it together. It doesn't seem to hold any like magical properties to it, but it probably holds some like personal spiritual importance to whoever it belonged to.
Burdog's gonna bring it back and be like, I assume this probably doesn't belong to an employee.
He looks
like
at
a
it.
doll?
certainly don't recognize it. Doesn't look like the kind of thing any of my boys would have. Doesn't look like something we'd store here either.
Could I do like I guess like some kind of check to see if I like know like what this is or what purpose it serves?
I would say either society, or actually, I think your academia lore can be applicable.
Academia lore?
Yeah. I think
Oh,
that,
sweet.
I think that could be applicable to this one.
All right, that is private or blind.
Yes. You cannot figure out like the specific purpose or like the meaning of it, but this does look like something more like tribal species would have. Like clans of either, like, you can pinpoint the exact type of creature, but like some tribe of goblin, kobold, or whatever, something like that would probably make stuff like this.
You haven't seen any like goblins or kobolds or like any sort of like weird feral little man come through, have you?
Feral little man.
Feral little man. You haven't seen any Danny DeVitos running about, have you? He thinks for a moment. I mean, there's the occasional goblin or kobold I do business with, but I wouldn't call him feral.
Yeah, okay.
Will I know about any feral little man?
Jesus Christ.
Do you
Oh,
You
such
happen
a
to be
weird
one.
phrase, but I'm glad I said it.
do you look it over to see if you know it, or what do you?
Yeah,
asking?
Burdock will hand it out if anyone else wants to take a look at this thing.
The moment it's given to me, I just immediately give it to anyone else, because, like,
Mhm.
I doubt I know what that is.
Yara
Gwen,
would probably take a look.
yeah, Gwen, you
If I-
can try to do a society check on this one.
I'm untrained in that.
Yeah, I know.
Can I still do it? Okay.
Yeah.
neat.
Because you're
Maybe
dull.
You know what?
Yeah.
No. Give me a second. So I want to show it to everyone because it's funny. Well, freak it
I
is.
just realized I'm not proficient in the medicine I'm supposed to be proficient in.
Uh-oh.
Rip.
It's a minor thing, but I'm
Yeah.
supposed to be trained in medicine because of my goddess.
Right. Oh, that's just me not having added it.
Because everything else is correct. Just
Okay, I show you.
Saren Ray forgot to tell me how to do medicine.
Your gods erase your memory how to do that.
Surrender Ray didn't teach me CPR.
Okay, I will do
Thank you.
the wish. I will do the wish alive thing, just because.
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah.
will show you.
Oh my god!
So what? No.
Okay. So, Gwendolyn, you recognize what clan this belongs to?
Oh,
Oh my god!
Because
What?
it's a local clan of goblins who can politely be described as fanatic pyromaniacs.
Oh. Oh no.
They're a clan of goblins who worship fire and fire elementals and that sort of thing,
Oh.
and are a very much a problem in the local areas. They're not so prominent that like the militia mobilizes to take care of them, but they're an annoyance and a bother.
Okay, that's neat.
It's pretty regular that like bounties of their members are put out.
oh,
Neat. Also, I will show it to everyone. I cannot send the freaking background, but I can do this. There you go. It's the last line.
Simple constructor.
You can fervently wish for something you could work towards achieving as a single action. You just
Yeah.
wish for stuff?
Amazing.
Once per day, I can really wish of something I want to.
You really are a really weird, silly, like sentient doll. Oh my
my
god.
backup, the other character concept I was playing with was a poppet. So I'm looking at this and I'm just kind of pointing, like, hey, I recognize some of this shit.
That is so cool. Holy shit.
Alright, well,
It's fun.
yeah.
But
yeah,
I wish
you
really hard to know about this doll, and I know about feral little man.
and like
Feral
it,
little
it is
man.
it is reasonable to kind of put it together that like, oh yeah, the fire people made the effigy that is on fire come to life with this thing. There is one
Yeah.
thing to point out, however. They absolutely are not the sort to make this kind of a core. This thing is
Yeah, that's
way beyond
we
them.
know. Yeah. I was just gonna say, I still want to take a look at this because that seems odd to me.
But they are probably not the ones that made them, but maybe they have forced someone to make it.
Or they're working with someone who has similar beliefs,
Or someone is
Yep.
framing them.
or someone is framing them. That's good. That's a good point.
Are they known for like being like assholes, like doing this before?
They've never done
Mm.
something to this scale before. They've done highway robbery, kidnappings.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
They've probably burned down some properties,
Lots
Yeah,
of
I-
arson.
but they've
I was
never
expecting
done something
something-
inside of Everkey. They've like very much stayed away because of it's a lot riskier for them. They've done things to like surrounding hamlets, villages, and that sort that is like a lot less protected.
Okay, fair. I was expecting something like more harmless, like set trash on fire, not fucking robbery, highway robbery.
Yeah, no, these are criminals. These are like
Okay.
bad
It's a criminal
people who
gang.
do bad things, but like they've never done something of this sort before.
Just criminal gang.
Yeah.
Not almost terrorists.
Okay, that's fair.
All right. Since you know of this Gwen, would you happen to know where they would be?
Probably not.
Nah, I don't think so.
They're
I mean,
not
we
the
could always
sort that
ask-
stays in one place all the time. Or at
Like,
least
We
It's
could
really
ask
that's known
Captain
for.
Wren if he's heard anything, since
Yeah,
this seems
that's-
like a pretty solid lead.
I was gonna
Yeah.
suggest informing him of what we found so far.
I also want to
Yeah.
ask him if he has like a lab I can borrow, because I want to take a closer look at this thing.
Sure, you can head back to town hall. So you get back to
Then
town
we
hall.
are going there.
After a moment of waiting, you're let back into his office. He's pretty much just where you left him, doing paperwork. Well, you've returned quicker than expected.
Yeah, we have found some important clues.
Well,
Burdock will- I get-
all ears.
Well, the first one, you would probably have heard of the broken door. That's where it was kept. The thingy.
I had not.
Well, it was not really broken. Someone melted the lock from the inside, from outside.
From the outside, I thought it was the outside.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's from the outside.
from
to
outside,
melt the
but
lock from the inside.
melted the internal like
Oh, the
mechanism.
internal
Yes.
mechanism. Yeah.
Huh.
That's the first thing, because it seems he ordered like a repairman, but it never came.
Right.
We should probably check on that guy once we're done here, just to make sure.
The second of all is we know now this orb is more like a container for some kind of fire element or some in that way.
All right.
Yeah, Burdock will pull it out and kind of point to like the little. Now that she knows what it is, she'll be like, "Okay, yeah, this is roughly what it was meant to be." However, I don't know what the rest of this stuff is, so if you have like a place that has alchemical tools, so I could take a closer look, that would be greatly appreciated.
I mean, we have a workshop.
May I steal that for like an evening? Borrow it.
You may use
But
the
let her-
facility.
You know, yeah, that.
Yeah. But
Thank you,
now
sir.
the report, because this little doll person found something.
All right.
The doll person has a name.
I have a name.
I never heard of it.
We can go
It's-
over that later, please.
Yeah.
Please inform. Let's not waste this man's time.
I will show. I will show them the little doll, but I will start looking at.
The little like totem
Yeah,
thing.
it's a
Yeah.
totem, not
The
a
totem.
doll, but yes.
It's a doll to me.
Also, I don't know if I said the name of the goblin clan, but it's the Ember Fang.
No,
No.
The
Am
emblem.
I-
Ah,
a fitting name.
He takes the little
Okay.
totem. I see. Well, this is unexpected developments. They're not exactly known for fucking around in town.
Language.
Well, they will probably board it and try something new.
Unless they're being framed or someone hired them, or we think they're involved somehow, but I'm not willing to say or give a definitive reason yet.
Right. That's reasonable. We should figure out what's going on before we throw accusations their way. But regardless, that is certainly a good development. I would then recommend and direct you down to the Broken Compass. They're the closest you're gonna get to an adventuring guild in this town. It's not really even a guild, it's just where a bunch of them gather. If anyone knows anything about the Ember Claw, it's Ember Fang, it's gonna be them.
Alright.
Thank you.
Then we'll
I
do
will be
that.
back in the evening to use that workstation. I'm just putting that out there because I would like to get some answers on this thing.
Sure.
Do you
it
need help
will
with that?
Be available for you.
I won't say no. However,
Alright.
be warned, I get particular about my lab.
Well, it's not your lab, you're just borrowing it.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I could just feel the like stink eye Bertok was giving in that moment.
It's mine for the evening. Thank you very much.
Until
It's very
you're
much
getting kicked out.
that like until he's proven that he's like an acceptable lab partner, it's very much that vibe of get the fuck out of my kitchen.
Alright. Well,
Like I'm putting you on
Oh, that's-
trial run.
I
that's
assume
how
you're
you-
gonna head down to the Broken Compass then.
Yes.
And I was just about to say, oh, so that's how you're trying, what's the word? You're treating your savior.
oh my god.
Jesus.
Just a very confused head tilt.
No,
So-
he doesn't say that. I say that as a joke.
Okay.
Okay.
So
It's just
I assume you head off.
Yep.
You get some directions down there. Eventually arrive at what seems to have been like a converted storehouse. You see a couple of people who are like dressed what you would kind of expect adventurers to be dressed like in gear, and the inside has more the vibe of like a rowdy bar than like a organized guild. You do see like a bit like kind of like a front desk where like a few people are behind chatting on whatever.
Whatever.
What do you do?
Probably just
Someone who looks like they're like at least somewhat in charge here.
You can see a Tengu who seems to be like going over some papers behind that desk, putting up some seemingly like wanted posters on the board behind her.
Well, that would be the first person we should probably talk with
Mhm.
about these Emberfang guys, just to get an idea where they might usually hang out.
Yep.
Alright, let's do that then.
Yeah, let's go.
You head on over. She looks over, catching the eye of some of you. Oh, I haven't seen you folks before. New arrivals?
We're new.
Most of us.
Yes.
Alright.
I'm not.
I haven't
Have
seen
you heard
before.
anything about? Have you heard anything about the Emberfang? And in any like in the last week or so?
I mean, nothing in particular beyond their normal news of being active. Why, you got beef with them?
Well, we're searching for them to have some questions for them.
They tried to set her on fire and just point to Murdoch.
Yeah, they tend to do that.
Yeah. We think they might have been behind the effigy incident.
Yeah, I heard about that. I guess you were the folks that handled that.
Yep.
Yeah.
She like leans a little bit against the desk, kind of like resting her beak on one of the hands. Well, tapping one of her hands on the table. I might be able to recall a detail or two about kind of area they might hang out in. Turning her hand in like very much a I'll talk for cash.
Oh, of course.
I will take out the police badge and put it on her hand, like to show her.
She raises an eyebrow. Han, I can't sell this. Pushes it back to you. We don't work for the guard here.
Burdoc's just gonna sigh and just slip her a gold.
She takes it, looks it over, puts it in her pocket. Alright, so they do have a hideout. She does in like air quotes. And she like brings out a map and like circles an area over in this part. They think they're hidden. They aren't. But we don't fuck with it unless we have to. Mostly because it's convenient to know where they are for, you know, exactly this kind of incident.
Well,
Fair enough.
probably keep them in mind that they will probably change once we visit them.
Obviously, that's why we didn't fuck around with them.
But now we have to fuck around with them.
Yeah, I know. But that's not my problem. She would have circled this area.
Okay, it's a little bit out far away.
Yeah, you will have to
It's a bit of a hike. But
travel for
Yeah.
a bit. It's doable, mind you.
It's
But
quite a lot.
I say maybe wait until we know what we're dealing with the whole like orb.
I'm just gonna quickly check how long it would actually take you to travel. It would take you about 3 days to travel to the area,
Oh, jeez.
Okay, yeah.
and
Or should
probably take a day to search the entire area.
Yeah, so
So
it would
4
it would
days.
have we'd have to set aside a whole like week for this basically.
Yeah.
Probably
But-
best to like figure out as much stuff as we can in town, and then
Yeah,
And then worry
take
about
out the
but you
Emberfangs.
now have
Yeah.
like a destination to go to.
Yeah.
An idea.
Oh wow.
Okay. Neat, 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 neat.
All right. That's at least something.
thank you, ma'am. Do we want to go check on that repairman that was supposed to show up just to make sure that nothing happened to him?
I can, because this is gonna just be a dead end. He's just been swamped with work.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Gotcha.
Considering we have like crazy kidnapping, fire obsessed goblins, like
Yeah, no, he does a lot of work for a lot of different locations, so he just hasn't gotten to the
Okay.
warehouse.
Just
I watched
so
busy.
just needs an apprentice.
Hmm.
I'm just saying it because it's a dead end and you'd just be like, wasting time.
Yeah. Okay. So we figured out the Ember Fang's involvement.
Yeah.
We still need to
its
figure out.
location.
Yeah. Still need to figure out why this thing is and what it specifically does.
Mhm.
Or at
Well, we
least
know
the-
what it kind of does, but
You know
Yeah.
what its
Now, better
original
question.
purpose was.
Yeah. We need to figure out what the changes made to it were. Even if the Emberfang are involved, they would have had to have help getting into the city, I think.
Well,
It's
goblins
only just to
are,
keep them in line
are just
to
something
make sure they
that
don't
is in
burn
town.
everything down.
Like there are goblins in town because they are just
Yeah.
citizens.
Yeah, but I meant more of just like make sure they don't burn everything down on the way.
yeah, but
well,
they could
yeah,
be in
they are
disguise,
able
like,
to
in-
disguise
Yeah.
themselves to just look normal, get to where they need to
Yeah.
be, and do what they
That's
need
true.
to,
That's
and then
true.
just
It's
scurry
not
off.
like they will come in with a flag that they're the Ember Fang and just
Yeah.
walk in through the
Yeah.
gate like, move aside, we're the Ember Fang.
They're fanatics. They're not idiots.
Yeah.
well, They're not that much of an idiot.
They aren't that much.
They have some common sense.
If they have a goal, they're gonna focus on that goal instead of just
Yeah.
setting fire to
Chaos.
everything they pass.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. So,
Okay, we have.
do we want to take a look around the lantern market, just like where the stage was, just in case there's something there that we may have missed?
Beacon Square is where it was.
Beacon Square, sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you're fine.
I mean, could be worth just checking, see if there's anything we might have missed.
Sure.
You
It was
can-
dark when we left.
You can split up. I'd
No.
recommend it is genuinely in like. You don't need to stick together. Nothing's gonna fucking kill you here in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there was something.
Well, yeah, but that was a
Oh,
very
it's dead
specific
now.
circumstance.
In pairs, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
And also,
It's just a
then
matter
you can
of-
just all go and do something actively instead of everyone going to one location where some of you will
Yeah.
do something.
Yeah.
We can
Who's gonna
separate
pair up with who?
the nerds going to the lab.
That's
And
true.
nerds.
And the tall and the small person will go together.
Yes.
The small person.
There's such a height
Sorry,
difference.
animated object. Tall person and animated object.
By law, they are a person, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Legally,
sentient.
yes.
Legally
And illegal.
distinguished person.
Yeah.
Depends.
Yeah.
No, just they
sounds
I know.
sounds like a plan at least.
are. Alright, so Burdock and Yarrow goes to check on the orb properly, disassemble it a little,
Yeah.
inspect it properly.
Yeah.
And
Figure out what it's made of, why it's made the way it is.
Mhm. Meanwhile, Siphon and Gwendolyn goes to the Beacon Square to investigate further.
Yep.
Alright, I'll just ask for Gwendolyn and Siphon to give me secret perception checks.
Sure thing, boss. sorry. There you go.
Okay. You of course find some of the aftermath still there, still being like kind of cleaned up. The effigy itself, obviously, at this point has burned away and is nothing but ash. You do find like the aftermath of those little balls of fire that was moving about, having set several small fires themselves before supposedly being like dealt with by the guard. But you can't really find anything else of note. As for Yarrow and Burdock, one of you will aid the other.
I will aid Burdock.
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead and roll me. This is an open crafting check from you, Yarrow. All right.
Nice.
Burdock, go ahead and give me a blind crafting check, but this time with a +1 bonus. Okay. You start taking it apart. You start inspecting the bits and pieces. While you're successful in doing so, and get the sense that like the modifications were probably a bit unstable in terms of construction, it's a little difficult to find out exactly how this interacted without some proper blueprints. What you do find, however, is 2 symbols imprinted basically on the inside of one of the platings. This seems to be just like symbols to notify groups. There's 2 different symbols. One seems, just on the surface from looking at it, one seems to be an organization and the other looks more like a family crest.
Okay. Would we happen to know the symbols from which family and group they belong to?
Most likely not, considering
We're gonna have to find Gwen.
considering
Yeah.
both of you are not from here. But of course, you are in the same building as Captain Wren right now.
That is
Oh, true.
true. Yeah.
Let's just go to
We're
him.
gonna have to go bother him again.
We have to wait for Wayne.
I mean, do you go to bother Captain Wren or do you wait for Gwendolyn?
The captain.
Yeah, let's just go bother the captain. He's right there.
You bring the plate that has the symbols on them.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
certainly looks a lot more tired as he's been working, you assume, all day. You see, like, probably 4 or 5 different mugs that probably had some sort of coffee in them at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, he looks up. Yes, what can I help you with?
Burdock, just gonna put the plate with the 2 symbols on it. We found this inside the thingy. We don't know who these symbols represent, and we're hoping maybe you might.
Okay, let me see here. 1 second. I actually need to find a name. Where did I write down his name? Okay. He points to the name that is most likely an organization. Well, this one is of the Obsidian Forge. They're these dwarves that live underground, a bit of a distance away from here. They're the sort that you can just kind of contact through leather to make orders of anything from weapons to armor to arcane contraptions. Their business, basically. They make very good quality stuff. I think this indicates that they made at least the core of it. They're original creators. This one, however, pointing to the family crest, this is the Delforth crest. He's a Viscount here in the local area of Everkey. lives in his manor a little distance away. He frowns for a moment. He's technically a mage, which means that he falls under the purview of Arcanist Royale Sylvaris Cern in terms of who is responsible for him and his actions.
Bro.
Mhm.
What was the name of the family again? The
The Belfer.
I can
Belforth.
I can write it.
I wrote it like
Belforth.
Belforge, but that's not quite okay. Thank you.
And the man itself, who is like basically the head of the family right now, is Visan. I know where Delforth's manor is. I haven't talked with him a good while. I don't think I've seen him in like 4 months, but that's just because we don't really fall within the same social circles, shall we say. Me and him don't really socialize. But I can give you a direction to where he is.
Would be helpful.
Just give
Thank
me
you.
1 second.
Mm.
Let me just toss you all back into this map. The blue circle.
Oh no!
Okay.
That is where his manor is. And you don't have to search for the manor, because like he points out specifically where it is.
And how many days of travel is that?
Let's see again. That would be 2 days.
Oh god.
Oh no, walking is a thing again. So
Or
you don't
airship.
have an airship to take you everywhere.
What a tragedy.
How dare.
Oh, I'm truly a monster. But yeah. That is. He does inform you in terms of like what Delforth does, and he basically is a magic researcher within the creation of constructs. And he points out that the fact that his crest is also on the object most likely means he's the one that ordered it.
Okay. Well,
I guess.
that is good to know. Then we should probably visit him soon.
Guess we can ask if anything got stolen from him recently.
Yeah.
I wish you the best of luck.
And what time is it now?
It would probably be like 2 or so hours until the sun sets.
Okay. I guess we should probably meet up with
Yeah.
the others.
Then Yara would also ask, are you still going to be working for a while, or to the captain?
I'm probably gonna be here for another 3 or 4 hours.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Alright. Then I think we should wait for the group.
We can just go meet them at the square, I guess. Let them know what we found.
Yeah, and then let's wait there. Mrs.
Yep.
Burkeface?
Burdock. Burdock Wormwood.
Burdock.
And you are?
Yarrow.
Pleasure to formally meet you.
Yeah.
You've been spending the entire day together, never mentioned
Didn't
race.
know.
Yeah.
So
Mood.
silly.
That is a mood.
Names. Who needs those?
Mm,
Yeah.
We just need bird face,
I'm just
tall
gonna
guy, and small puppet.
I'm just gonna forget them by next morning, so whatever.
I mean, you were kind of close with Birdface. Burdock and Birdface do sound kind of similar.
Like that's how
Actually,
you would react.
So funny.
Well, you reconvene with Siphon and Gwendolyn. You tell them of the information you have learned about the core,
Yeah.
of who probably made it and who it was made for.
Hmm.
Of
The
course,
commissioner and the commissionee, I guess.
now
Yeah.
of course it just leaves the question of how the Ember Fang ended up with it.
Yeah.
So should we first the uh, Obsidian Forge, was this in this town?
No, the Obsidian Forge is underground and is 2 weeks' journey by foot.
Oh Jesus!
Wow.
We are probably not talking to them.
Nope.
So,
So
there- there's-
I think we first need to go to this Belfort family.
Yeah. At least ask them
Or-
if anything was stolen from them
Yeah,
recently.
the Amber Fang.
Yeah.
Because maybe we can get more information from that side, and then go to the Amber Fang.
Talk to them.
Yeah.
Well,
So we've got a plan.
sounds like a plan.
it's a plan.
All right. Then we. Do I have enough food?
I've got some extra food I can give you. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
You can also very
I have-
easily buy more rations. That's a very easy thing to buy.
Yeah. I have 2 weeks worth of food, so I'm fine.
How much do I have?
Probably also 2 weeks.
I have 7 rations.
And choose
I
7
am-
rations? Like 2 times, or like you have a quantity that says 2 or 7?
Quantity is 1, and then there's like a side thing, like 7 out of 7.
Okay. Yeah.
One
Then you
quantity
have
of
a 1 week.
rations lasts for 7 days, basically, or 7 uses.
And you have indeed a 1 week worth of food.
Okay, yeah. And we can also always buy more, so.
Also,
And we
just
can probably find
by
some
by
deers
by the
on the
by,
way.
the fight with the effigy would have given you all 80 XP.
Yippee!
Oh, nice.
Make sure to have added that to your cheat.
Yep.
To your shit.
Experience!
Experience.
Yippee! Alright. So, you all agree to meet the next day to start traveling towards Stelforth?
Mhm.
Yep.
Sounds good, yeah.
Probably. Did I try to get what's the name of this thing before parting out, before leaving? Tips guide. Tips tools. There we go. Sorry.
Thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, I also want to get my hands on some healer's tools.
Yeah, you can absolutely both get your hands on those.
Okay.
So these
So
are
feel free to just add it to your character sheet and
3 gold.
also if any of the crafters are going to do any kind of repairing, you need repairer's tools.
I do have a set of repairer's tools.
Okay.
I think.
Awesome.
At least I should. I bought them.
Well, I don't have anything to repair at the moment, so I don't need it.
With that, you meet once more the next morning, and you start traveling, which is an entirely different ballpark. So, during travel, you can do exploration actions, which will give you some sort of help during travel, like covering tracks if you know someone's tracking you, scouting if you want to keep an eye out. But if you do that, you will travel at half speed. So it is technically safer, but it is also slower.
That's from here to the
The blue.
family.
Yes, which will take you 2 days to travel.
Yeah, Belfort, and from Belfort to the Fang. How long would that then be?
If you will travel directly from one to the other, let me see, because that's technically a longer journey.
Yeah.
Second. That would be 4 days.
4 days. That's a week, 8 days, and back. It would probably take around 11 days.
Mhm.
Okay.
But it's also possible to subsist, which is basically just gathering food from the area.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use as many rations, but we'll deal with that later. For right now, we will see if anything happens.
Yippee.
Bum,
Oh,
bum, bum, bum,
I
bum,
hit the
bum.
wrong red X and accidentally closed the wrong window.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
You may have to boot me out so I can come back in. I'm so
You are
sorry.
not in the game.
Yeah. So
Oh.
you can
Okay.
just rejoin.
I'm
Oh,
trying
you
and
can
it does
save.
not pull up the thing. Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
It just has the like old map just in the background.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened.
You press the wrong button.
Well, okay, yeah. It just doesn't. It's not letting me. I don't know how I managed to fuck this up, guys.
She was into the past.
Don't mind that. It's nothing important.
The GM
Well, I
keeps
can't
on
see
rolling.
shit. I'm only.
Where do you find just considering because I have some training in medicine, just getting a the fuck is it called again? The fucking healer kit, medicine kit.
I just kind of clicked the little plus on equipment and typed in healer's tools, or typed in healer, and then just grabbed healer.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Did you find it?
Because I have training in medicine. Might as well.
Might as well.
Someone should have it.
I am also trained in medicine.
We
And I also did get it.
Yeah.
Technically, me. Also me.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. That's
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here.
Don't worry about it.
No, like Mabel sent a screenshot on what her screen is right now, trying to rejoin.
Oh boy. What is it?
I'm sorry, my computer is possessed.
Ah, that's not normal. Can you close out of the entire thing?
I completely closed up Firefox, and we'll see if that helps at all.
Okay,
Okay, that worked.
awesome.
I'm sorry, my computer is like possessed, guys.
It always is possessed.
To be fair, this thing's like almost a decade old, so
I have a healer's toolkit now.
yeah, I've got healer's tools acquired.
So,
Just gotta wait for.
as you travel along the road, you do pass the occasional person. Nothing out of the ordinary. Once again, during the day, you do see a person just on the road. But as they get closer, you do notice they have their weapon out. And as you get even closer, you start to realize that's not just some person.
The bandits.
What the hell?
What the
What's that? Oh.
As it
Are those ants on the mouth?
What the man?
Oh, that's
as
funky.
it clearly spots you, you see it like starts getting like more quickly start to approach you.
Can I
Can
pull
I
that?
draw my weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to get
Yeah,
close.
you would have spotted it,
it's-
so I'll allow everyone to pull a weapon.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Cause I don't trust that. That move.
I can talk like that.
So,
Ooh, wow, that's a good start for him.
Oh,
Ooh, yuck.
where's my dice? Here's my dice.
Oh, also, a question for you, Burdock. While you were in
Yeah?
town, would you wanted to learn one of those recipes that you bought?
Yes, actually, I would love to.
Yeah, that is something.
I will happily take any and all recipe I can get my hands on.
Yeah, just for the future, do make sure to ask that.
Yeah,
I will
completely
allow it this
forgot I could do
once
that.
because things will be moving
Yeah.
fast. But I'll
Yes.
allow you to attempt to learn the recipe for blood bomb, like during yesterday.
After this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
So let me actually see.
Oh, that's handy. Also to know.
God, I'm so far away.
If you set right with pressing T is targets something.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
If you mouse click on the right side button 2 times on a token, it also targets.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Nifty.
So now we have 2 ways. What the-
Oh,
is your-
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of pressing T, you can just double right click, and it also does that.
Oh, you can you can see that you have like little symbols under the the name.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's neat.
So just give me a moment.
Also, can everyone see the circle around me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that's
your
like
aura.
kind of an aura you have.
Yeah.
It's my champion's aura.
Yep.
Nice.
That's something like that.
That's
Just
all
like the paladin aura of protection. Something similar like that.
nice.
Essentially. It has some effects depending on what I do.
So, Burdock. There is no check for learning the formula. You do spend 1 gold, in this case, and you lose the original blood bomb, basically, because you're taking it completely apart.
Okay. I guess
But
I
you
do
can
have
then
to-
add it to your formulas, which you can then do
Yes.
to your daily crafts.
Yes. Okay.
Interesting thing about crafting, for those of you interested, you no longer need a formula to just craft something. Rather, it goes from taking 2 days to craft something you don't have the formula for, to taking 1 day to craft something with a formula you do have.
Oh.
Nice. Very
But
nice.
for your ability specifically, Mabel, you need to have
Not
the formula.
not Mabel.
Sorry, Burdock. You do need to have the formula in order to do your either advanced or quick alchemy.
Okay.
I'll also allow
I also
you to
probably need
change.
to redo my. I'm gonna
Yeah.
just redo my prep for the day.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, Burdock, you're encumbered.
Yes. I'm trying to put. I will figure out my shit in a minute.
Yeah, for now you'll just have to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Alright, Burdock, it
Okay.
is your turn.
Okay. Okay. I am going to demoralize this thing. Where's my
Sure.
demoralize macro? Intimidating glare. Oh, I need to get closer. I will do that, and then I will demoralize.
Yeah.
I forgot that
There is a range.
what's the range on that. Yeah, I'll
Like,
just go over here. I will go over here.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting I am selecting the wrong thing.
Silly.
And then, okay. Try that again.
mhm.
Demoralize. Oh,
Yay!
You succeed.
Nice.
permission to edit
no.
that token.
Yeah.
I don't have permission to edit the token, but okay. Okay, so that was 1 action, 2 action to walk. I will quick draw and wait, what's my range on bombs?
What?
I don't have far lobber. I have quick bomber. Okay. That was supposed to be drawn. Actually, you know what? I'll just take a shot with my crossbow for now.
Sure. That's it.
Nice.
Hey. Hey, deal. 3 damage.
Nice.
Hey, at least better than the 1. Like the last
Yeah. Yeah, the bar
It
was
is 3
kind of on
times
the
better.
floor. The bar was on the floor.
Yeah.
All right. Gwendolyn.
Me. Let's see. 5 feet. Something here. I can. Yeah. Five. I can tumble through.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have movement. Okay,
I just
so that will be 25 on this square,
Mhm.
and from there I can.
By the way, when you
From
have the
right-
measuring tool out and you're measuring like from you to another spot, you can press space and then you will move.
Yeah, I forgot about that. My bad.
Yeah, that's why I'm pointing it out.
And that's 25 feet, so I try to tumble through that guy.
Mhm. Go ahead and roll.
Uh,
Ooh.
Punk!
Bam.
So you do get panache though.
I do get panache, but I will do the finisher thing and
Mhm.
just tap this individual. Uh, yes.
Yeah.
nice.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Oh, this is nice. Let's try 11 damage.
Very nice.
Alrighty.
That will be my turn for the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, and the panache goes away.
I'm so slow.
It
It is a really weird thing to
We are slow now.
deal with now. Cause I'm used to like billion miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eddie Gonzalez.
How much can I speak before it becomes like too much to speak? So,
That depends.
so I wanna
Like there's not really a word limit, but you can't like go into a full-on monologue.
okay.
Like Percy did.
I'm gonna give him a warning, like
Mhm.
I'm supposed to do. Of I'm just gonna give like the gist of it, so if I start like actually saying it's gonna actually take forever. But like we are prepared to fight. You do not have to fight us, and like you can walk away and not be hurt more than what's already been stabbed. Essentially.
He's
Sorry,
already
I
taken a bolt and already taken a stab.
I was like, you don't have to do this.
Do you want
I just
to?
realized I shouldn't have done that because that was really dickish. I tried to get in the mindset of the night characters.
Yeah, it's difficult. Do you want
Uh,
to like delay your turn? Or do you want to do more things?
hmm.
Because if you want to delay, then you technically do have to go back to where you were standing. But I'd allow you to speak before delaying.
I'm not gonna delay,
Mhm.
but I might hold an action. Is that the same or is that different?
I have learned
Different.
that is not a thing in this game.
Huh.
You have to delay your entire action. There's no
That's-
preparing an action.
Oh, I
that is
have
something I
an
have wrong.
idea. I don't have to immediately go stabbing. I can be intimidating in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
So I walked. Well, talked about walking. I
Yes.
am 15 feet away, so I can just walk up to him and stare in his face
Yeah.
and raise my shield, probably.
Okay.
Trying to sort of look a little intimidating. And also just you don't have to do this. Essentially,
All right.
giving him a chance to walk away.
Sure. It is then his turn. He is going to see who is he gonna attack. Siphon.
Let's see.
He's gonna
If he
strike
can hit.
you once
It does. Nice.
for 6 damage.
Ouchies.
He's then gonna try to
it-
bite you.
Hey.
Oh.
Ah.
Really misses.
Rude.
Let's see. Yeah, no, he's just gonna try to bite again. Darn.
And then
Wow.
Yarrow. And like
Yeah.
he's made it very clear he is being offensive and
Just gonna attack.
So I'll move here since I need to sadly be closer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then then I'll cast ignition.
Sure.
So I think I need to roll an attack roll.
Yeah, you need to pick either ignition to action or ignition melee.
Yeah.
I wonder
Anything.
why you didn't use this spell against the effigy. Huh.
Probably the same reason I
Uh,
didn't use out my alchemist firebomb.
And I did 6 fire damage.
Yippee.
Nice.
Alright, that's your turn then.
Yeah.
Burdock.
Alrighty. I am going to get closer.
Sorry, each time I say your name, the first thing that pops into my head is just Burdock.
Okay. One
Silly.
step closer. Quick bomber. I am going to chuck a blood bomb at this thing.
Sure.
A blood bomb.
I got a fun new toy.
Oh.
Oh.
A fun new toy you
And you
don't get
made
to
it.
use.
Yeah. Do I
Pain.
have one more of these? Okay, I got one more. I'm gonna try again. Does this get a multiple attack penalty?
Yes,
Yes,
I
it
think
does.
so, yeah.
it's an attack.
Even worse.
Ooh.
Bam.
And there go my bombs for the day.
Flash
Also,
weapon.
just one thing to keep in mind for Burdock. Bombs that do splash damage will hit your allies. Like
Oh,
just
shit, okay.
the splash damage will hit allies.
Okay, good to know.
The only way to have avoided that is picking the bomber subclass of
Yeah.
Yeah.
of
Okay.
alchemist.
Because
I'll
it
have
has
to be aware
the
of that.
splash trait, so does it still do splash damage?
No, it has to hit in order for that to be applicable.
Ah, okay.
Sorry.
Probably a good thing it hit then.
Alright, Gwen.
I will try to feint this guy.
Sure.
first.
Nice.
So, where are the? I know I put it. Okay, here. No.
That's not
No,
the macro, that's the thing on your
no,
sheet.
I don't know how to put the macro.
It's the
I
same
will try
place you
to-
find all the other macros.
No. Sorry. Give me a second. No. Sorry. Cat jumped into my face.
Oh.
Well, I still get panache.
Yeah.
I do. I have to want to check something. Is the guy immune to my thing?
Hmm?
No, I wanted to check if the guy was immune to the fainting. But
He got frightened, but the
Okay.
fact that you demoralized him also means now he's immune to your frightened. Or to
no, I
your-
mean the faint.
Oh, the feint.
the-
I mean,
Yeah, he's
Mhm.
frightened because of me, I think.
he
Yeah.
was, at least.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
I wanted to check if the faint. It doesn't say anywhere that he is immune to me trying again to fainting.
No, you can try as many times as you want.
I do have panache, so I will. I will try to faint again.
Sure.
Getting the actual effect besides panache is nice.
There you
Okay.
go.
Nice.
Off guard against my next melee attack.
Yep.
So I will do an arm strike against his face because they do the same amount of what's it called?
What kind of attack were you
Damage?
doing?
An arm. I will
Unarmed?
smack
A
Yes.
Narn?
this one.
Nee, unarmed, I think you said.
Oh, unarmed. Oh, you're punching him.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean,
There we go.
sure.
It does have the same amount of thing damage to him, so
I mean, in terms of if you use a finisher, yeah.
And I do have that finisher, so confident. So
still get precise strike damage.
yes, he get 2 damage.
No, he gets half of this damage.
No, yeah, he gets 1 damage. There we go.
You deal
Because
half
the
your precise strike damage to the target, which is 2d6.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I
It's
rolled.
not the passive precise strike damage when you don't do finisher. That is the half he takes.
Oh yeah,
He takes the
I,
finisher half damage.
yeah, I'm reading here. So he got smacked by 4,
Yes.
and that's my turn.
Okay. Siphon.
Well, he's very clearly shown that he's not backing down. There's potentially could kill my ally, so I'm gonna strike him.
Go ahead.
Never blame. Damn it. And again. God damn it.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm gonna raise my shield.
Welcome to my world, Luda.
Well, he would have seen that it was very much no point in attacking the big armor guy.
No, the small dog.
Oh.
Oh god.
Redemption.
Hmm?
Glimpse of redemption. Hold on.
Ah. Right, so he has to pick either repent or refuse. He would pick refuse.
Yep.
So, triggering damage equal to 2 plus your level, so Gwen will only take 6 damage.
Okay.
I got you, buddy.
And then he's gonna bite.
Oh,
Darn.
he missed.
Darn.
Wow.
Well, he's enfeebled too, so that's minus 2
Yeah.
to all the attacks.
Yeah, it's
Yarrow.
Yes. I'll cast Ignition again.
Sure.
nice.
That hits.
Nice.
And that
Oh.
kills.
Yeah.
He
Nice.
takes the fire to the face and falls over onto the floor.
I am going to hand both Gwendolyn and Xiphon 2 of my elixirs of life that I crafted this morning, and just tell them to drink it.
Thank you.
You will also get
let me-
60 XP.
Nice.
Have fun.
It's 80 plus 60.
140.
Thank
Okay, I
you.
just-
So the
140.
elixir of life is like 1d6, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
1d6. Pure 1d6.
Yeah, Burdock, can you just roll the elixirs from your inventory?
Yes, I will do that. Where did it go? Here did it go?
So let's
Just
say
press and
first,
use.
first is Gwen, second is Xiphon.
Okay, I get healed. I'm back to full.
Gwen needs it more than me, anyways.
Punk.
Do you try to investigate this guy?
Yes, what the hell
Yeah.
is this?
That's
Uh,
I
a
keep
really
forgetting
good-
to hit space.
You'd either need to
Really-
do occultism or an applicable lore.
I got occultism. I can do that.
Sure.
I'm trained in that shit.
So go ahead
That
and
is a
also-
blind.
click the recall knowledge macro.
Yes. Where did I put it? That's
Oh,
on
Oh.
hotbar.
Oh no.
what's it called? Also, the flash trait. Give me a second. Sorry, it chops.
Oh,
a lot.
Jesus.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
Gwendolyn just starts rambling. Some of them also work in the
Yeah,
mountains,
yeah, yeah,
flash
yeah,
trade.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
When you
yeah,
guys
yeah,
work
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Smash noise, you don't
Well,
add the string modifier.
Yeah.
Knowledge.
Even unless she critical hits, there are always flash damage.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I didn't. Okay, fair enough. Right, yeah, there is. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, now I know for the future.
Also,
So we
you
know
did
for
not.
I really hope I did. Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Let's try that again. Ack!
Oh, it's fine. It still rolls occultism amongst
Yeah.
them. It just doesn't give me the specific
Yeah.
thing, but it's fine. So
I will learn this eventually.
Yeah, this is an aberration known as a greed spawn.
That's
Whoa.
why it looked familiar. Didn't we fight a bunch of sin spawn when we were in that
Yeah.
Yes,
that cave?
you specifically fought a bunch of greed spawn.
I
I
wasn't
was
there.
wondering why that thing looked
Yeah, you
familiar.
weren't.
Yeah.
You can do further checks to see if you find out any specific things.
Yeah, why is it here? That's what I would like to know.
Well, that's more of a contextual question that you'll have to investigate. The recall knowledge is specifically about
Okay,
the things it can do.
okay,
I'll-
yeah.
I'll investigate its pockets. What's he carrying and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can check his inventory if you want to.
He's got gemstones.
Oh, he got a lot of gemstones and gold.
Almost like he's a greedy bastard who steals stuff.
Anyway, yeah. Why was it? Yeah. Why was it trying to bite people? What was the deal with that?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna do this properly this time.
You did. Alright, let me see. Yeah, okay. So beyond, just being an effective way of dealing damage, they also have an ability called Sinful Bite,
Ugh.
which will need the person to roll a will save. On a success, the person becomes sickened 1. On a failure, they become sickened 2. On a critical failure, they become sickened 2 and clumsy 2 for 1 minute.
Oh,
Oof.
that's not fun.
Yep.
Well, it's dead at least. So
Yeah.
it's not gonna bite anyone.
I can also point this out. This is effectively a random encounter.
Effectively.
The rolling
luck
I
of the
did
draw.
before was to see if you would have a random encounter with a creature.
The gemstones that he's carrying, is that mostly for being used to sell and gain gold, or do we have other uses for it?
I'm
They
sure there's
are
recipes
they are just
that would be
treasures.
useful. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
yeah. We
also,
can sell them like when we get back to town.
Yeah, I'll put them in my inventory.
And also, unlike other things, treasure items sell for their full price.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. Also, are you going to try something just to see if the macro works?
Sure.
If I grab the correct one, so just testing it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. I was trying to test out
Yeah.
if it's the macro is working correct.
And is it possible to divide all this money to the four of us?
That's something we'll have to do. Well, actually,
Yeah.
I have downloaded a different thing that should, because we like had a problem with Giveth before.
Yeah.
It should work now because I'm using a different module. So you should be able to drag and drop, for example, gold coins onto another player's token. Just try it.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can. That's indeed possible.
Mhm.
Okay. But there isn't. There was also like a button because you did in past that you could divide it in one go for
Yeah, but
equally
that
to
was
all of it.
specifically when the token is a loot token.
And it's not a loot.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
a NPC token.
Yeah.
So it does not
well,
have
at
that.
least everyone gets 1 gold.
Does it work? They drag and drop onto them?
Okay. Yeah. That's from me.
No, I mean from. Can you
I've been able to get.
test if you
I've-
can
I've
drag
got-
and drop from your inventory onto their inventory?
Oh, like that.
Because I've gotten a different Giveth
Yeah.
module.
No, the gemstones is for later when you just sell that and that's in one go.
Yeah,
but
I'm
more
talking about can you just test to see if it works?
Okay.
It works for me.
Let's see. I don't know how this works.
You click on the thing you want to give to someone, then you
Yeah.
drag it, like you hold down the click button and drag it to their token and let go.
Yeah.
It works.
Looks
Then
like
I have
Gwendolyn was
like
able to.
how many
work.
items do you wish to give?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Good.
Yeah, but then I have a one, and then it says all the amount.
Just
It's
click it
all-
and type in the number.
Yeah.
So,
But
but you
then I
don't
have
you
to
don't
do
have to do
math.
it. This was just to test to make sure that that works.
Yeah.
We can do it later.
All right. Well,
Don't worry.
either way, the journey continues. You can take a rest because you'll get that opportunity, and make sure to subtract a ration from your inventory.
Add 1 gold for yourself.
I got my gold already.
Yeah, Gwendolyn.
Okay. I will grab the thing from the.
There.
Let's see.
Okay, I'm trying to see how.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't that work?
All right. So this will be the last thing we do. As you start to see the rooftop of the of what you assume to be the Delforth estate come into view. As you get closer, you do notice that something has happened here. A big portion of the roof is missing. There
Oh,
is
dear.
a lot of signs of burn damage. Something has happened at this estate. And I guess you will have to find out next time.
Ah!